Uh-huh.
Um,
Ryan, did you
we
call
go
the
to
crackhead a real one?
we actually helped them out. They wanted someone to talk to. So 10 p.m. we decided let's go to like Bushwick. Let's go, the parts that people don't really go to. You see some of Bushwick, it's been gentrified, but there are certain parts of the area that are still very New York. So every 5 blocks, it was like a random encounter in Yakuza. Something was happening.
What, did you fuck somebody up? Did you
Well,
grab a
no,
bike and hit
Throw
someone with it?
hands?
well, somebody threw hands at a guy on the street who was performing for people who were getting out of the closing shift at work. 5 minutes later, we run into the crackheads. 5 minutes later, we run into this Puerto Rican cookout, and they all cook food for us, give us a few drinks, head us out on their way, smoke some good weed.
Oh, I was
Um,
thinking that you're going full on Yakuza and you lead the crackheads into the cookout and then just chaos ensues.
then 5 minutes later, we go.
Pots and
This guy
pans are flying
throws a
everywhere.
well, 5 minutes later, a guy throws a bottle of vodka at us, and all these people are drinking, rolling up some ones. So we're just chilling with them for a few minutes too.
Fuck.
Um, then the guy right on the other corner of the street, he's doing some acid, doing some Molly. Everybody's smoking up, listening to some music. So we talk to them for another 15 minutes. At this point, we're just walking down the street. We're like, who even cares about going home? And we're just walking. It's 10. We realize, okay, well, we got to get back by 12. So 12, we were out till 12 a.m. in the hood. It's all good. We're just speaking to random people. And my friend just talking to anybody on the street. And they're like, what, does he live here? Does he live here or something? And everybody's chilling with us, going to a dude's apartment. No big deal. Then we were like, okay, it's time to go home. We've been doing this for too long. And 12 a.m. we drive back. 2 a.m. we get back home. At 5 a.m. we go into work, and it's all good. And it's like, okay.
Hmm.
Now we're planning on doing this on a common basis. This is amazing. We've really touched ground here.
Right.
Of
We-
wandering aimlessly and going with the flow.
Yeah. Doing
It's
your
amazing.
weird things.
I would say it's better than anything I've had thus far in this year. I think it's made this year the year it is because there's always something interesting to see. I haven't actually lived a life outside of doing translations or going to work for 8 hours or working for a store for 60 hours. This is the first time I've actually been able to go back to where I grew up and just do things.
Yeah, that sounds great. At least for, way different than what you've been doing, so it's kind of healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh.
If
We're
you
on
were
a lot.
checking Twitter,
No,
yeah,
I've gone for
kind of.
days.
yeah, that's what fucking happened there. And then the rest of it was that I ordered a pizza and I watched Three Ninjas with my fiance. That movie is dumb as fuck, but it is fun. Like the best part of that fucking movie are the stuntmen.
Yeah.
Because they have to fight off a lot of ninjas, and you see these dudes just throw their entire body weight into like a plank of wood.
Oh, good stunt work is great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, really makes a movie.
Yeah, and then I went to sleep and I woke up with most of my following base thinking I'm trying to kill myself.
Why?
Oh shit! So you really have been off, huh?
I have not been on Twitter.
I was completely surprised. Like at the end of it, I was like, "Wow, Ryan didn't reach out to me. That was weird."
Yeah, I just have literally not been on social media at all.
It was just, I guess the way to put it was a lot of things happening at once, and it made me just go online and go, you know what? I should fucking stop this. I'm sorry for everything.
like
and-
what I did.
Yeah, and one dude just said, this is sounding a lot like Etika's video. Are you okay? And I went, oh
Yeah.
fuck, I think I'm trying to kill myself.
Yeah, that's what I said. It happens to everybody. The hate starts happening with the social media. That's why I've just started getting off of it. Having these times with these random people and going across these streets, it's so much more interesting and it's so much more genuine, in my opinion. I want to live in New York again, and that's the next plan, of course.
Good luck to you. Jesus Christ.
Why do you say that?
Because it's expensive as fuck to live in New York.
But we
You're not
all
going to get it off of a salary from a Starbucks employee.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm not saying,
It's
oh,
way too expensive.
I'm not renting my own place. I'm not saying, oh, I'm renting my own place. I need 40 times my income to do that.
Right.
You literally have 40 times the monthly rent to rent on your own in New York. You can't just rent a place in New York because you have money. You need tons of forms, papers. I don't even have half of those fucking papers.
Yeah, the only reason why I have an apartment in New York is because it's in one of the cheap boroughs that requires
it's
a boat to
Staten
get to.
You can get an apartment in Staten Island, no problem. And
I gotta get on a fucking horse and buggy to get back to where I live.
it's there's no way I'd be able to live on my own, especially on a Starbucks salary. I'd be pretty fucked.
On the upside, in November when you come visit, you'll at least have free room and board on my giant ass couch.
Yeah, right.
So like legit, I want to say that I feel bad about giving you the couch, but that shit is super comfortable. I think it's more comfortable than my bed.
No, couches are good.
Yeah,
Couches are
it's
great.
gigantic. It is
I'll sleep on a
gigantic.
bench, but I'll sleep on a bench.
Yeah, and you
Yes,
did
we
that,
know you.
and I
I know you would
fucking
sleep on a
did that.
bench. Yes. Oh, I don't know if Bun Boy or whatever told you. We finally figured out what Gug's Grotto was.
How?
What is that?
He told us. Wasn't it like a gay strip club or whatever? Is that right?
No,
Damn
it's no.
What?
Gug's Grotto is just my friend's house.
What?
That's all it is.
I've been bamboozled.
So Ryan, is
No.
it a gay strip club? I mean, he may live there, but that doesn't mean it's not a gay strip
Oh,
club.
right. Of course. Yeah. Of course.
I live in the Hour Hand Atrium. That's just where you're at. It's a state of mind, really, more than it is an actual place of living.
Okay.
But it is an actual place of living. Gug's
Okay.
Grotto's great. I'm a member of Gug's gang. Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
I'm
Nothing
sorry,
like
that just
it.
sounds
Okay. All right. I get it. I've been bamboozled. Oh, that's.
I told him that. I told him about the grotto.
Mm-hmm.
The grotto is great. The grotto is amazing.
Grotto is life.
So what happened this day that you're like, I'm getting off of Twitter? What happened? Really, what happened?
It was a combo of a couple things. One was that I used Futaba Friday to advocate for Ren and Futaba as a couple, and apparently that's a deadly sin.
Mm.
Because initially, some dude was coming to me saying, like, basically with this victim complex, saying that like people that like Ren and Futaba, they get so much fucking hate. And I've been around the block enough where I know if you like a character, there's gonna be someone to shit on you for it. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how fucking bad it was.
Well, especially with Twitter now and its whole culture of canceling, you know.
But at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time, you really have to look. You have to look at it from a scope that's outside of your own, because it's not like she's fucking 8, and it's not like Sojiro adopted you, so it's
Yeah.
not your sister.
They're only
it's
a
not
year
a
different.
child. So how about you fucking relax?
You're different. Yeah, and these people have never been outside in their own home country.
Yeah, there was a bunch of that shit.
My friend would call that the aughts, but that's about that.
What?
That's what he would say. He would actually say that.
I need to say this to you. You need to have Ryan on as a guest all the fucking time. Because he'll just say something and you gotta stop and go, what?
Everybody.
I enjoy when you guys come on. It's a great treat.
When I was on his fucking podcast, I don't know what kind of caffeine you were on.
That's just
but
me
you,
normal.
Not only did you take the reins, you fucking you broke the reins. You were going absolutely fucking off the goddamn wall. The point
Off the wall.
that Cooper was like, I give up. I can't rein him in.
That's just the morning. That's the morning walk.
It was like it was a Friday night. You were right off of work. I don't know what the fuck you did, but it was wild.
Just how it is.
Because you were saying that your podcast was like the Dark Souls fire, and you come and sit down and you listen to what everybody has to say, except you wouldn't stop talking. You just were on a tear, and I did not want to interrupt you.
I'm just listening right now. I'm just listening. Right now, I'm just listening to what you have to say. I'm just
I guess
hearing.
I should tell some Ryan stories from when we hung out, and it's legitimately funny.
Okay.
Like the funniest in the world. Like when we went to the retro game store in St. Mark's, and he started accusing everybody from being on Reset Era.
Yeah.
And that was the moment where he's like, all right, it's time to go. You can't be accusing the cashier of being on Reset Era.
I didn't say it in a bad way. I said, do you go on Reset Era?
You were saying that to everyone.
I said,
Like
yeah,
just
do you
some random fucking Italian dude trying to buy a Game Boy game. Asking, are you on Reset Era?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with asking. I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like, there's something wrong with it. I'm just asking if I'm seeing my people. Sometimes you don't know.
Don't
Sometimes
people
you
when we
don't
sit here
know.
fucking hate you?
That 56-year-old Italian man could be your guy. He could be your
Like,
guy. You don't even
You
know.
never know. You never really know. You know, you never know. I gotta ask people. Bro, my coworker was just asking random people on the street if they're smoking some good weed. We were just asking people. We're like, yeah, what's that about?
And if I was with you, I'd say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
We're not cops, trust me.
No, he just started
What
chilling.
if you say that to an off-duty cop?
It happens. It just happened. We saw the people. We saw them all rolling up. We knew who we were talking to.
Yeah.
Bro, this is New York, brother. Come on. Come on, Mike. This is New
That
York.
just reminded me of a story of when I was in Boston with my friend, and he wanted to get weed, so we were on Harvard campus.
We didn't even want any. We had some on us. We had like enough to last a fucking century on us. It was just we wanted to see. We wanted to see what we were dealing with. You know,
All
like
right, Ryan, here's the big question. Are you bringing that shit for when we stream Persona 5 Royal in November?
we're bringing white.
Fucking weed. What else?
Well, I mean, do you want that?
Why not? I can't understand what's going on in the game because I don't know the native language.
Then sure.
Might as well make
So
it
he just gotta fucking chill, man. That's what he's gotta do. If he can't read, he's just gotta let it happen.
How do
I
you
already
think?
know how it's gonna go. Is
How
that
do you
I'm
think
gonna-
the translations went so smoothly all these years? Come on, man.
I'm just gonna hit X and then I'm gonna motion over to Ryan and say, "Hey, what's that say?"
We're poor. I'm poor translating the shit on Starbucks salary, working overtime. How do you think this is coming? This is getting drilled out.
It's fucking.
This ain't getting drilled out through normal means of relieving stress. We have to go. We got to get the big boys in. Call up my people.
Are you excited for the recap nonsense on Friday?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Why not? We need another recap.
There's legit no reason. I think it's just for people who haven't played 5, who are going to buy Royal, and hey, here's what happened in the vanilla version.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
Sorry. What are you guys doing on Friday?
No, Atlas is doing
Oh,
another stream.
Oh, okay.
It's really just a recap stream. Like, I'm reading the description right now, and it says, for those who know Persona 5 and those who don't know Persona 5, this is a stream you don't want to miss. We'll answer every question for Persona 5 newcomers up to now, such as, what is Persona 5? Where do I start with the Persona series?
Could be something like, does Yusuke is gay?
Yeah, and it even asks,
Something
it
like
even
that.
is answered by some people. Apparently, some people answered questions. Yeah, if you sent things on Twitter, some of it would be used in the stream.
Oh, so you're probably gonna get a lot of garbage then.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I just want to play the game. There's just too much info on this. This game's
Yeah,
just
I'm good enough.
it's getting me stressed. It's just been a headache, bro. I'm not trying to keep up with all
Well,
this.
we'll try and reel this in a bit. I don't think Jack is coming right now. I don't know what's keeping him, but I'd say we just go ahead and start talking about Catherine. So I'll start. I'll do a little just intro thing, and then we can just go ahead and start just doing whatever. But yeah, I don't know where he is, so we're just gonna go ahead and start without him. All right. Hello, welcome to a special episode of the Unchatable podcast, which is not a podcast episode at all. Oh, okay, I can hear myself. Mystic, coming through on your mic, I think.
Oh,
You have
let me
an
fix
echo.
that.
That's
Let
fine.
me fix that.
I'll keep talking though. But yeah, we are me, Elhardo, or Nick, whatever. MysticDistance and Phan-Site. We're going to be talking about the Spoilercast for the Catherine full body remake and a sort of predictions video / whatever for Persona 5 the Royale. We don't really know what we're doing. We're just here. We're doing it. That's all that matters.
Works.
But yeah, that's it. So I guess we can just go ahead and start talking about Catherine full body remake. You know, you guys give your reviews or whatever. Talk about whatever you want. Yeah.
And Marie got very excited last week.
Yes.
I was very eager to talk about Catherine Full Body.
I'm sorry. We sort of... I don't know what we did, but we did something.
I don't know. I just said it's a puzzle game. 10.
Yeah, puzzle game, 10. That was your review. Done. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
That was a goof though.
Well, I mean, it was a pretty good goof.
Legit talk about it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's shit. It's a stacking, sliding puzzle game that involves. I guess the genre you could call it is a romantic horror game.
Yes.
Because the protagonist is a 30-something with very little direction in life, and his longtime girlfriend Catherine wants to get married, and start a new chapter, and he's afraid because it's a new part of his life, and that's when Catherine, the other Catherine, the one with the C, comes into his life and says, "Marriage sucks. Sleep with me," and so he does without even realizing it. So now he's I guess ankle deep into adultery and needs to figure out what to do before he loses everything and dies in the nightmares that are the puzzle games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good synopsis. And
Yeah, and for Full Body, there's the third girl. Her name is Rin, but that's short for Catherine with a Q. Don't ask. And her whole role in the story is to teach Vincent about, I guess, more of an emotional relationship, like nurturing and codependence, like healthy codependence. And you have the choice of, well, do I just say fuck the other two girls and go with the new girl?
Yeah, that's what I thought it'd be. And I mainly just wanted to talk about this because, Catherine as a game, it's something that really all Persona fans should play because it's kind of right up their alley if you've already, enjoyed the main line of the spin-off, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I don't like it's vaguely connected, sort of, kind of, but not really.
Yeah, but it was never like,
it was never
like, gangbusters popular like Persona 5 became, or even Persona 4.
It was always a cult classic. But because I've seen this discourse a couple times on, like, in my mentions of saying, why isn't there a Persona game with adults? Catherine.
It's Catherine.
There you go.
It's not. Well, it's not the same genre, but it's the same.
Yeah, it's just puzzles instead of JRPG.
I would say, to be fair, though, Catherine was the best-selling Atlas game of all time when it first released.
Wait, interesting. Sorry, go.
Catherine was the best-selling Atlas game when it first released, 2011. In fact, it was one of the most marketed Atlas games. It had over 7 trailers in Japan, and there was even a marketing cycle in the US where they asked couples in America, the same way they did in Japan, for their trailers, would you like to marry the person you're with? Similar questions, and it was pretty huge. I know in my area, everyone who had a PS3 played it. I feel like it's anecdotal. I feel like those who were already aware of those types of series and all that were into it, and then it kind of just, I would say, dissipated in a sense that people outside of that audience started to play it a bit because of the interesting synopsis.
Yeah, I guess I could give the anecdote of how I got into the game. It was completely unrelated to Persona. Was that I had played Golden to death, and I was really into it, and was just kind of playing it multiple times to get every nuance of the characters. And then my brother said, "Hey, there's this other game from Atlas called Catherine. It's a really high stakes puzzle game. You should get it." And I said, "No." And then he said, "It's $20." And I said, "Okay, I'll give it a try." And then we ended up playing it together, and it got very intense because there's some solutions that aren't immediately right in your face.
Yeah,
so a lot of times of us just arguing with each other on what the solution was.
And it's not like you can take your time and do whatever like you can in a JRPG. It's like, hey, there's a time limit and figure out puzzles.
Oh yeah, because it's basically stacking blocks puzzle, and every couple of seconds, I'm not sure exactly how many, I've never timed it, a layer will just fall. So if you're taking too much time, you will just fall to your death.
Yeah. And it goes into...
it's fantastic.
And you're always being chased by some, like, weird-ass demon thing that's been haunting you or whatever, it's like an image of your girlfriend, but she's all, whatever.
Yeah, it's like Catherine as like a bridezilla with a giant fork that will stab you in the face. Because I think it was earlier that day that, like, she stabbed a pastry with a fork, and that stuck in his mind, so now the fork will kill you.
Yeah,
it's really a lot of dream interpretation and reflections of reality, which makes it more in depth than like Qbert.
Yes.
One funny anecdote, I'm going to toss this to Mystic, is that the game, despite being single player, did get a competitive scene in America.
Yes, very popular. It even had, I believe, a spot at EVO once.
Oh wow, really?
It's completely single player at the time.
And it's interesting, and that's why they made a local and online multiplayer option for Full Body, was because it was a very huge cult underground scene that, very unlike many games, I actually don't think there are many games that are like Catherine, in which they just blow up in an underground scene, especially one that is indeed single player, and
Yeah.
it just did.
And if I remember correctly, because I learned this from the Atlas USA stream, is that the competitive scene is so tight knit, and they keep inventing new techniques of stacking and piling, that they will just make up names for it on the spot.
Yeah.
Of like, and it's literally like whatever's in the room. Like there's one move that's called the top bunk shot girl, because there was a girl on the top bunk of a bed having a shot.
Interesting.
Really that straightforward.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I guess I kind of rescind my statement earlier. Then it was, I guess, I mean, hugely popular. I just wasn't in the circles to know about it. I wasn't in the know, you know. I suppose so.
You learn new fun facts about it anytime that you look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because one that I didn't know at the time was that it was technically an engine test for Persona 5.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that they were creating a new engine just for Persona 5, and they used these test models.
You could definitely see that.
Said, hey, we can make something out of this. So they did.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it had a
simple.
similar look, but even before the remake was announced. I was like, they're very similar.
One thing that was changed, though, was in November 2013, Hashino confirmed that the models from Catherine, the proportions would not be in Persona 5, and that they would be much more similar to what people can expect a Persona character to look like. So even internally, there is a difference between the style of model.
Oh,
that
yeah.
They went for a very specific type of adult full-size model that they did instead of Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also see with like the separate models where you could see like, oh, I see where this would fit in. Like,
no doubt.
With Catherine and Sai and Vincent and Ren.
Can you imagine if in Persona 5 they kept the same style of, you know, character models for, let's say, the kids, but the adults look just totally different in our Catherine style? Like Shido shows up. Oh man. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, so in terms of the remake though, what exactly did they add besides, you know, the new girl? I know there's many new endings. There's slight story changes, those kind of things.
I actually have like a full list.
Okay, yeah. Hit us.
I was just gonna go off the top of my head.
Just do it. Yeah.
Well, first off, the most important is that the game was moved off of the Game Brio third-party engine and onto the engine that was used for Persona 5. Because Persona 5 and Catherine, the original version, do not share the same engine. They just share the same model engine. The second thing is they added a local and online multiplayer. They added a new scenario with Joker, who also can be played as a character online. They added the entire new route, multiple different endings really, but two different endings that are really important. They added, I'm trying to think, they added more music, but there was some music that was removed. This is a little controversial.
Wasn't that the SMT music?
Yes.
Right.
I have no discernible reason why it happened. Like I can't. Like I was racking my head about this, thinking, well, why? And I don't know. Maybe just more Persona fans were buying it than SMT fans.
It's weird.
Yeah, I can only pull an answer out of thin air.
It definitely is weird. I guess it's to show that it's a P Studio and Studio Zero game. I don't know. It is definitely weird. I know that there's certain small engine changes, certain UI changes, very small though.
I do appreciate, and this is something that people won't know if they've never played the classic version, was that when you had to, when you were texting people back, because you would normally have conversations with your girlfriend, and depending on like how you felt, you could say something like sympathetic to her, neutral, or kind of just shitty. They have that under a row now, where you have an option like a dialogue tree. When the other one, it was just you either picked it or you deleted it and then picked something else.
Exactly, that's also pretty cool.
So yeah, the dialogue tree was a big help.
You'll see in Persona 5 Royal that there were screenshots, now in of text. When Ryuji texts the main character after they have the formative meeting, they text a photo of them. That originally appears in full body. The girls
that was strictly a Catherine thing of getting photos on your phone.
Yeah, that was a new addition for full body. And every night after surviving a nightmare, you'll get a new scene that looks back into Vincent's past life in high school, right after he starts his career and he's getting closer with Catherine. I found those to be very good additions because it is interesting to see when a relationship starts, for a character. It's very weird because in the original Catherine, we just know them midway through the relationship.
Yeah, you're just plopped straight into it, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't give you any real backstory except through bits and pieces like Catherine and Vincent have known each other since high school, things like that. They actually show that now in like small 3 to 5 minute scenes.
I always thought they were high school sweethearts, but it turns out that they only started dating after their high school reunion.
Yes. And it was,
wow.
It was Vincent giving her advice on dating someone, and in the end, it was Vincent and Catherine that started dating.
This is me making my hot take if we want to start the debate.
Yeah, sure.
I think that Catherine is a shitty person. And that's only because of the flashbacks that I really started thinking about it, where every decision that Vincent made about the relationship, she had to pull it out of him. And it was and everything that she wanted, she kind of tweaked with his head and manipulated him into saying what she wanted him to say.
That's true.
Because when the moment when they start dating was initially, Vincent just thought of it as just hanging out with his friend, like just platonic. And after the meal, he says, "Oh, thanks a lot. I'll see you later." And she just goes, "Am I really that undesirable to you?"
Yeah, that is actually pretty manipulative.
Emotionally manipulative. Yeah. See, isn't she?
But she's got a history of it. That's the thing.
Isn't she portrayed in the game? Sorry, just real quick. Isn't she portrayed in the game to be sort of dominant and in terms of the hellscape visions of her or whatever? Is that true? I can't remember from the game.
She's got a dominating personality, I guess. She's more supposed to represent order.
Order.
Yeah. She wants Vincent to take responsibility for certain things.
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
And actually commit to the future of their relationship. And then Catherine with the C is basically that entire opposite, the more hedonistic side.
Right. Just let loose and go for it.
But the thing that makes me not like Catherine is not only that, because one thing that she did to try and pressure Vincent into marrying her was lying and saying that she was pregnant. And if that happened to me in real life and I found out that she was lying, relationship over, period.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely.
Same.
And the fact that now she's got a history of manipulating and lying to Vincent makes me think, wow, he could do a lot better. I mean, granted, she's a knockout, but at the same time, I don't want to be coerced into making life decisions. I'd rather make the decision myself.
I agree with that. I think that's an interesting perspective. Honestly, as someone, I think I'm the only person here who has no interest in being in a relationship. I don't know if I'm the only one.
I'm in one, so I can't really say that.
Yeah, you both are the complete opposite. I'm
getting married next year, so
yeah, I'm of the camp of.
I've had a girlfriend for 5 years.
Oh no, I don't have that.
5 years is good for you.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So
That marriage is coming soon.
Yeah. But sorry, you were saying you're sort of more nah, none for me. No, thank you.
Yeah, he used to be like that, where he felt like he had to be in a relationship. But I'm glad that you made the mature decision of, I can be in a relationship when I feel it's right, instead of what somebody else tells me.
Chasing it. What everyone else has told you that you need this and you need that. And you're like, no, I don't need that. You come to that in your own decision. It's great.
It's a very mature decision to make.
But yeah, hey, I wanted to address this. So back when the Catherine full body remake was first announced, and when it was closer to, I guess when it was released in Japan, there was people were spreading a lot of fake news about an ending with Erica. Is that true?
Kind of. I guess I'll just go first because I'm eager. I'm an eager boy.
Mm-hmm.
The initial idea was that one of the competitive Catherine players quit the scene because he said that he didn't want to represent a transphobic game.
Yeah, that's a bro.
And it became kind of a game of telephone, where the story that was being spread was that one of the endings, Catherine gives everyone their best life.
Yeah.
And in that life, Erica is pre-transitioned, so Erica's like still a guy. But if you actually play the ending, it's more that she travels back in time to become Vincent's high school sweetheart, so that they're destined for marriage.
Hmm.
And because she's fucking with time, the residual effects are that one of the members of the gang who dies like in the first night of the game, he's still alive, and that Erica hasn't transitioned yet, despite kind of expressing an interest to, like either trans or just gay, but definitely still flirting with her normal timeline boyfriend.
Right, and but by that
Yeah.
point, by that point on
I'd
social
say-
media, the fake story had already been circulated so much that it didn't
I'd say
matter.
it's only a good ending for Paul, the guy who died, because he's not dead, and Vincent
Yes.
because he's happy and he's married. But everyone else is just kind of like, life goes on, I guess.
Okay,
But
sorry.
yeah, that's spread out a lot.
That's
and,
what I thought. It's
yeah.
again, that was months ago, and it's
There's legit still people like when Atlas USA posts Catherine that still think it's transphobic.
yeah.
Like despite the game being out and the endings be on YouTube, all in English.
The damage from those posts, it was already done. It's irreversible.
Yes and no, because then it went to the opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh,
Because Erin Fitzgerald on Discord server, she's the one who voices Erica,
oh,
said that she would not voice a character if there was something that she didn't approve of or believe in.
uh-huh.
So leaving the implication that the game was going to be altered for Western audiences. So then the people that were initially defending Catherine Fullbody were completely against it because they thought the game was being censored.
Oh my gosh.
So it was from both ends of the spectrum. I think it was a couple months after I ended up meeting up with one of my friends from Sega, and I just wanted to hug him. There's
I
like,
don't
you
doubt
have
that.
been through so much shit from Catherine alone, you poor thing.
That man was dying. That man was at the.
I will
Yeah.
also say this. I think I'm allowed to say this publicly now. Hashino was initially supposed to be at E3 for like interviews for Catherine, and he quit all press because he saw what people were saying and said, "If I go to America, they are going to kill me."
That's probably a fair assumption.
Yeah, and I just felt so bad because it kind of drowned out the people that didn't believe it.
Yeah, didn't want to. They were like, "That's ridiculous," and
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm hoping that he doesn't have the same opinion now, but yeah, that was rough to hear.
Man, that's the worst.
It's not even the best ending either.
I mean, yeah, you've gotten all of them. I mean, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
You know what? I've been talking too much. Ryan, what do you think was the best ending in Catherine Fullbody?
I mean, basically the new true ending for the game. I don't really have, honestly, it's weird for me to say in a game like Catherine there's a best true ending because I think each just fits the character that you go and you choose. And it's just a different route for Vincent. I like the new endings with Ren. I think they're pretty cool. I think they're very interesting to say the least. But I'm always going to be a fan of the Catherine, the true freedom ending, just because I feel like it just most represents Vincent's life.
I guess the true freedom ending is when he gets a loan from the bartender, bets it all in women's wrestling, and wins over 80 grand, and becomes the first tourist in space because of the space program that they were offering.
Oh, real quick, Jack's back, so he should be joining the call
hey.
any second now. Yeah, he'll be joining the call any second, so just want to let you know.
I guess other thing that I should confirm, because I'm scrolling through Twitter while we're doing this. I just saw that Robin Atkin Downs is reconfirmed as Travis Touchdown for future No More Heroes games.
Oh boy.
Yes, they're keeping the original Travis Touchdown.
It's a great thing. No way you can press him. Fucking
Only hope that he's in Smash eventually.
Oh, I'm seeing so many Challenger Pack 2 predictions. Every single one of them I love, except some of them.
Yeah, some of
Some of them are a bit trash, but
we talked about it last week, but
yeah, we did. So there's not really a reason.
I think Sora's the big pie in the sky get, and Dante feels inevitable.
Ah, it's so inevitable with the Switch ports coming out. Ooh, if it doesn't happen, it'd be even saltier.
Yeah, like the top two is like Sora or Dante or Sora.
And I know what people are gonna say. Oh, it's an anime. You don't understand.
If Sora doesn't happen, the whole internet's going to be pissed off. So I think it's going to happen just so people don't freak out.
Man, Disney didn't want Avengers characters to get punched in fucking merchandise and promotion of Marvel vs. Capcom.
To be fair,
So they are red tape extraordinaire.
but here's the thing, though, is that Disney also said Sora can appear in any game that's E10 or below, and Smash is E10. So, I'm gonna be.
They might make it T.
I mean, it's possible. Like, it's definitely possible. I do think that it's possible. It would definitely continue to help the Kingdom Hearts brand. In my opinion, I just don't. I think if he's added, it has to be done at this point because people have been asking for so long. I remember when they were asking for Sora in his dry forms back in 2007 to be in Brawl.
That was never the giant one. I always remember the top three. We're missing one, but most people hate him now.
I mean, it wasn't the most giant one, but it was there. There were enough people to where I could look into YouTube's comment section at 10 years old and I can see him. It has to happen at this point. I don't even care. I mean, I said Joker wasn't happening.
We just needed those. We needed those breakthrough characters to just like bust the mold. Like Cloud was one of those characters. That's like, holy shit, it's fucking Cloud. Like damn, that was insane.
Everything up to that point still felt like not
in the realm of possibility in terms of Nintendo properties and
like Ryu was pretty wild.
Ryu was wild,
but Cloud broke the fucking internet.
Yeah, no doubt. That was crazy.
I'm still very hyped for Terry Bogard.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get your guys' opinions on this one.
Okay.
Because initially I'm thinking me Gunner, just one of the four from Metal Slug. Me Swordsman's got to be Homaru from Samurai Showdown. But for Brawler, would that be Andy Bogard or Rock Howard?
Rock Howard.
I feel like Rock Howard would be the big one.
Yeah. That'd be that.
It's definitely going to be someone very close.
Do you think they're... interesting.
Oh, hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Okay, so sorry. I've just been... Time has not been my friend this week.
That's all right. I guess we kind of moved on from Catherine by this point, or unless you guys have anything more time.
Back to it.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Smash actually right now, which is
Smash is possibly the most interesting / exhausting topic to talk about.
Pretty much.
That's a fair point.
And I still say this for the fucking meme is that the last Smash character ever, like after this happens, there's never another Smash Brothers again, and it will be Goku. Just said, fuck it. There are no rules. Goku out now. I'm going home.
I'm looking forward to the day.
No questions.
I'm looking forward to the day where we see the 100+ character select screen, and it will be it'll be. What's the word I'm looking for? You'll see no difference between that and 2007 Mugen whatever. Ultimate fan made character. There'll be no difference.
Are you telling me that Captain Caveman is confirmed for DLC Pack 2?
I am telling you that Captain Caveman is confirmed for DLC Pack
Captain
3.
Caveman, Fat Albert, and Scorpion.
Yes.
Announced the final DLC fighter, Freddy Fazbear.
You see,
revolutionary and shovelware.
Freddy Fazbear spooks the competition.
Oh jeez.
Like, what would he do? Hit him with the mic and then go ooga booga?
No, Freddy Fazbear kills his enemies, but shorter than his fan base.
Scott Cawthon beats Sakurai in a Smash duel. That's how it happens. You go to his house and you beat him. That's it. That's all you have to do.
I always picture that shit like the ending of Scott Pilgrim, just standing in front of Sakurai's house with the wind blowing through his hair. I challenge you. The most anime shit ever.
Dude. Little do you know that Sakurai's a god.
Forgot that-
I'm surprised it took him so long to add a King of Fire characters, considering he used to play King of Fighters back in the day as a pro,
I think we just needed an SNK
semi-pro arcade
revival.
player. Yeah.
That's all we needed. Once 14 was a success and Showdown was good, it's like, all right, they're established again.
Yeah.
We're getting 15. I'm fucking hyped for that.
Oh, dude. Fuck yeah. I can't wait.
I'm excited for whatever oddball characters are added, and then just continue the lore of like fucking Rio and King are finally gonna hook up.
Finally.
I
I'm
still
just
think
here.
that 11 had the best ending. When his dad beat up the waiter to their date, and he was just watching over them, hoping that they would kiss.
Alright, we should probably get back on track. So, do you guys have anything more you want to say about Catherine, or what's up? Jack,
I
if
wanna
you wanted to
say-
say anything too?
I never played a Catherine game. I thought we were still doing the Persona 5
Oh, we're doing that later.
We're doing everything. We're doing everything.
It's not a spoiler cast, it's a predictions, because we don't know what it's...
Mindless.
Prediction
Can
cast.
this episode be called mindless speculation?
Yes, sure. Well, that sounds great.
But yeah, True Rin is the best ending because it adds in an extra day, and it also adds in angels, which
Cool.
is cool.
Cool.
And also it
Alright.
makes the angel accuses Vincent of being a godless sodomite who corrupted because it's Rin's brother is the angel.
Nani?
Yeah, she's an angel. That was the thing. Everybody was speculating is she an angel? Is she trans? Is she a boy? Is she sexless? The answer is yes to all.
Nani?
'Cause she's an angel.
Literally everything that everyone speculated turned out to be correct.
Well,
There was no one right answer.
I mean, in hindsight, that makes sense, because you have Catherine with a K, the normal girl, quote-unquote, and you got Catherine with the C, you know, the demon or whatever. So,
Like, for all I know, this Marie was happy and loves the character, so I'm happy
went
about
with,
this.
They went with something really deep and emotional because when
Right,
when
look at
Vincent's head over heels for Rin by this point, and she ends up like I think passing out from like a steam shower, like she made the water too hot.
okay.
So like Vincent finds Rin naked in a room, passed out, and went, "Holy shit, you're a boy," and I'm
She's
in
like,
love
"Yeah."
with you. What the fuck? So then when he goes back to the bar, it's like legitimate soul searching of like, do I love Rin? Yes. Does that make me gay? Maybe. But I'm cool with that.
That's really great.
Yeah.
that's great.
And the rest of it is just Vincent pretty much pushing both girls aside and saying, Rin, me and you are going to be together. Fuck your brother. I'm going to fight him in heaven. 'Cause the special 10th day is basically like the puzzles, but it's in space. And they have laser blocks. So, like, if you climb on the front of them, they will emit a laser that will just obliterate your entire body.
That's fucking awesome.
So you gotta mind where you climb.
Well, it's official. Vincent says trans rights.
I guess.
I guess.
I mean, Rin's kind of not trans, just a feminine boy. Yeah, it is what it is. But Rin's cute, and I like them. And plus, it adds an extra day, so I feel like it's the most canon that we're going to get because there's more gameplay there.
Yeah.
And then also the Catherine alternate ending is pretty much just the bad bitch ending. They break up. Catherine starts going more to company parties. She gets noticed by a modeling agency and then becomes like the world's biggest supermodel.
This Catherine with a
And
K,
then
or yeah?
K.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's K Catherine. I'm
K.
sorry. In my brain, I already have it edited.
That's fine. It's I just gotta clarify.
She becomes a supermodel, and Vincent's like, I gotta get her back. And
Oh,
Catherine's
boy.
like, nope. It's more fun toying with your mind than actually being in a relationship with you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's a lot of rejection, but then
Yeah,
during
just
the
wanted to
ending
say,
photos, what's up?
quick thing. Remember that tweet that said people do know Catherine Full Body doesn't have a Vita release, and I was like, these guys keep saying that it's happening. He just replied to your reply to that tweet. He's like, tell me where Atlas said that it's not coming to Vita in English. Literally, when Sarah's right below you saying that yes, it is not on Vita in English.
Yeah, we even got what's Sarah?
People were
This dude's insane, brother. This
People
dude-
refuse to listen or read. Nobody
I mean,
likes
you
reading.
you know what you could do if you really want a Vita release is you buy the Japanese version, you buy the English version, then play the English version enough to memorize what's going on, so you don't even need to hear it anymore, and play the Vita version.
There you go.
I mean, granted, it's more work
Wow.
on your part, but fuck it. You want a Vita version?
There's
that
your
bad,
Vita
you work for
version.
it.
Do it. Yeah.
You gotta work for it.
Just work for it. Read, damn it, read. All right. Yeah. Well, that sounds great.
So now on to the next
yeah.
Atlas title.
On to the assless. Assless.
Assless title?
Assless.
I can't tell.
Assless chaps and assless
That was
titles.
the anime. That was absolutely the anime. The boys have more ass than Royal.
That's right. That's true. Yeah. So we've been getting all kinds of trailers and all all types of things. And we're here to just talk about everything, I guess. I mean, because the game's gone gold. It's been gold for weeks, right? How long?
Yeah, it's been gold for like 2 weeks now. So I guess we're just here to make predictions.
I guess, yeah. From what I've we've seen.
guess.
So relax, okay. Chill, dog. I think. Okay.
Did we lose him, or is he getting his notes?
No.
Mark.
I think Margaret. Margaret want to join in here too. I mean,
Margie!
more's the merrier.
Margie.
You have enough
Get in
seats?
here.
Or do I need to move over?
Yeah, you just move a little bit.
Alright,
Watch out for Sojiro's hole, though. You might fall in.
Bro.
That could be the most
Mystic-
gay thing you've ever said.
You need contact.
Watch out.
No, don't worry about it.
Do not. Okay, but Mystic, whatever you do not be tempted to pull your podcast mate out of there. Trust me, he's in there for a reason.
Call him your podcast.
Yeah, that man. Well, he doesn't have a sense of humor. He doesn't have a sense of humor.
There are
Oh.
a lot of times where
Oh.
he just gets annoyed at me because I'm making some kind of stupid pun.
He's got a contagious case of no humor. The poor man's got a contagious case. So
Oh man, rip in peace.
poor man's got it. Poor man's got it contagious. So it's quite a chronic.
That's why we're keeping him quarantined. It's for everyone's safety.
It's a chronic case.
Chronic case. That's what the hole's for. That's the purpose.
Love the dude, but the man's got a chronic case.
The man's
I gotta
got a chronic
confirm for
case.
the Saturday morning podcast, I got Scarlett Johansson.
Oh my god! I wouldn't be surprised to be like, all right, man, good for you.
The fuck?
All right, it's confirmed. I got Gandhi.
Brought him back from the dead. It's Stan Lee, boys.
Dude,
Holy
this dude
shit.
Is still replying.
Is that Obama?
Oh, dude, it's Obama.
Bro,
I love
look
you,
at
Cooper,
this.
I
Look at
promise.
this reply. Look at this reply. This man's out of it.
Atlas is the company there, not Bandai Namco. It's already in the damn
Bruh.
system and already
We're
translated. I know what I'm talking about. My name is Shonen Otaku.
Supreme
gosh.
bro moment.
Supreme Bro moment.
This man is still complaining about it. He thinks, but
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna say, import the game,
Does he not know? who
buy
he's
the
talking
English
to?
version, play the English version enough.
Not releasing the Vita version would specifically be insulting and counterproductive. It'd be the stupidest
to
fucking thing, is what he says.
Memorize the dialogue,
We're getting
and then you're good.
live roasting. Here we go.
I mean, I'm after the fucking breakdown that I had on Saturday. I just realized maybe I could just kind of roast people a little lightly, like the one person who just said that I do nothing but talk about P5, and I went,
yeah, but
yeah,
let me be fair in
I
your
can
case.
see why you make that mistake.
Let me be fair in your case though. Look, you have 27,000 followers now. 27,000 people.
Put this
At
bitch
that-
in his place.
Oh,
At-
whoa.
well, what I'm saying is that at that point, just get used to people roasting on you. I would say, just get
Yeah,
used
but
to it.
at the same time, I think my clap bag was pretty good. Just
Don't
by
take-
saying,
Do you know how
Don't
many
take shit
people
from-
that is? Put them all in a room, dude.
27K,
Don't take shit
bro.
from someone with a freaking Naruto.
27K, bro. I don't
picture.
even think enough people lived in my town to make up 27,000 people.
Yeah, me too. Same here.
Yeah, no, I can confirm.
I
Bro, I
like this
think-
guy. He said, "Fuck you, Vita owners. We could let you play, but we're assholes now." It's not that the Vita ceased production or anything like that, or that they stopped making carts altogether to the point that Limited Run said, "Fuck it, we can't make any more Vita games."
Well, this dude's just
No, they're
laughing
just
at me.
assholes.
This dude's not on medication. The poor man. The poor man.
The
I'll
poor
see him.
soul.
This
I'll see
man's
the man
off
in
his
Bellevue.
pills.
It's me,
I'll
your
see him in
office
Bellevue.
views.
I kind of want to ask him because I just saw it in trending. I want to ask him what role Jonah Hill is playing in Batman,
Yeah, just
just to
ask
see
him.
if he would respond to that.
Yeah.
Just what the
Just
hell?
ask. I think we'll see him in Bellevue. I think he'll be in there in a few weeks. I'll see him in a few weeks. I'll be visiting the
you
brother.
know
I'll be
what?
seeing them.
You better make sure to hide that Smash Brothers though. They took
Yeah,
away mine.
yeah, tell them that story. Tell them that
Yeah,
story.
when
Yeah, fuck it,
Mystic
go
was in
for
the
it.
hospital, this was like right during the peak of like Persona 5 character trailers. So initially, I snuck out my phone. I
Yeah,
gave
show
him
me
the
that
Yusuke trailer.
Lupin.
Yeah, on the Lupin trailer. Yeah, that was
Oh,
so
Yeah.
good.
yeah, nice.
And
Wait,
the
what Lupin trailer?
The 3 CG Lupin trailer that came out.
Wait,
So
yeah.
we start playing.
Did
so
we,
we
did
start-
we get us? Oh no, the first one. Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, that looks so good.
But,
did you know, no, did you guys know the Dragon Quest movie CGI like movie actually
Yeah, it
flopped
was-
hard in Japan?
Really?
Yeah, like the critics hated it because like the ending was off, the screenplay was bad, the art style looked nothing like Akira Toriyama's for most of it. It failed, and the critics did not like it. Like on their version of
Rotten
like
Tomatoes?
on Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 2.3 out of 5.
Huh. Oh, anyway, yeah, back to your hospital story.
So what happened was that
Oh, okay.
I wanted to sneak it around
Relax,
to Smash because I knew it would make him feel better. We got maybe like 30 seconds into a 2-minute match until that guard just said, "Listen, we need to put your bag in a locker because we cannot trust you." Because they thought I was sneaking him contraband, but it was just a Joker mirror match.
Yeah, they were like, and then
But-
that other person said, she was like, "What are you, just tourists or something?"
Oh yeah, she was. Well, I don't know what the fuck was up with her, but she was so pissed at us.
She was like, "What are they touring the hospital?"
I'm trying to keep my friend company, and
She
I
was
also
just
just saw
laughing.
something really funny that the official. This is speaking of Smash, I guess.
Nintendo France.
Nintendo France. Oh, it's so beautiful. Did they just outright ban Hero?
Oh, yeah. Australia did the
They
same, yeah.
just said, "Fuck it. We're not
Oh,
gonna even
God.
try with the commands. Just fucking. you
Just
can't
fuck
play."
off.
And I just saw one that's fun. That was really funny from Jeff the Hero. It said, as the words "Terry Bogard is banned" appear at the Nintendo board meeting, the head chair swivels around and it's Geese Howard. The one banning Terry Bogard.
He's not even out. Just ban him. He's useless.
He
Worthless.
just needs to jump off another bridge or another.
Fall,
fucking
he's not
roof.
falls out another building.
He's always falling out of buildings. Gotta get a handrail that's stronger than or something.
Bruce.
He's ignoring me. I think. Oh wait, no. He said the English version is only on the Vita.
This man's insane.
Wait, if it was
What are we
on
talking
the Vita,
about
what are
here?
you waiting for?
Just let it happen. Just do it.
Yeah, this is like the few times that I get into a beef, but also it's a goof because I'm not taking this seriously at all.
Big goof.
It is.
Big goof.
I'm not trying to convince this man. I'm trying to just fuck with him.
Yeah.
Is that mental illness?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be some kind of either mental illness or this dude just does not want to listen and would rather just hate on Atlas. Because there are those people. There are absolutely those people where it's like, show me the evidence and then show the evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't count.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's whatever.
That doesn't-
Quit your bullshit.
Yeah.
I hope Jonah Hill plays Calendar Man in Batman. In the Batman.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. That or like
I want them to do like
Polka Dot Man.
yeah, some fucking deep cut villain. Like shit, Mad Hatter will be acceptable.
Oh,
Or
man, I
Clock
love a
King.
Mad Hatter.
Have fun with that shit. How long is it going to be, Lavenza? Good
Yeah,
question.
who knows? We're just going.
We haven't even talked about P5 Arcade.
I was about to say, but don't worry about it. Who cares?
I'm holding on the jokes already.
All right, so yeah, I guess enough ADHD. We can get to the main topic at hand. Is Akechi going to live, and if so, why and why not?
See, I see. At first, I thought there was the concrete evidence of the thing with him in the van, right? You know, and the.
Oh, I think
usually
he's gonna
thought,
live.
like,
He's gonna live. They're not gonna let him die.
I
Oh,
mean,
he's
yeah,
not.
probably.
He's
I mean,
gonna-
they're pushing him so hard,
I mean, maybe
especially in
not
the.
yet.
Especially
He
in
can't.
the. they let him live till the end and they just kill him again. Can you
can't,
imagine how
they can't.
mad people would be?
This is
They
for my
can't.
like Haru just axes him in the face and it's like, this is for my father.
Oh my
They
god.
can't do it again. If they did that again, it would be a major problem. They can't.
Or
They can't-
that or he commits suicide.
I feel
No,
so
he's
bad
not
for
gonna die
Akechi
at all.
fans. I
He's
would
not.
feel-
He's
I
not
feel
dying at
so
all.
bad.
He
for
can't
Akechi
die.
fans.
He needs to get his hair floofed up by Ren in a cafe.
He can't die because it's a company that's making a game that Akechi's the most popular Persona 5 character.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
he is.
It's
It's
fan
around-
base.
He's
No,
around.
no.
Westerners don't count
No,
We're talking in Japan.
Why do you like a murderer?
no. We're gonna be for real here. It's like a catchy. Well, I guess Ren would be number one, but he doesn't count because it's Prote.
Ren's number 2.
It's actually a Kira.
Wait, so did Yusuke drop? Because I thought he was number one for a while.
No, he was always Akechi's always been number 1. Yusuke's been in the top 5. Same with Futaba, Makoto as well. Ren's
'Cause
number
I know-
2. Akechi's number 1.
I know
What about
Ryuji.
Ryuji?
Ryuji shot up recently.
Yeah,
Like,
he was dead last before.
Yeah, now Morgana's dead last, which I feel like that's
Yes.
just kind of like
The memes did it.
Why are we even ranking it at this point? They're all amazing. It's just
But-
some are more
because
normal.
we need to have a ranking so then we can fuck it up when Katsumi's around.
We need.
They didn't push all this promotion for that, and you know that Arena is going to have a story with Akechi. It's going to have a story with Kasumi. It has to. It's not.
No, I'm gonna stop you there with Kasumi. I believe that either she's worse than Akechi or she's an otherworldly deity that's
It's gonna be
going
one of the
fuck
two.
off by Christmas Eve.
It's going to
You know-
be one of the two, but either way, she's going to be playable in Arena.
Maybe. I mean,
Mm.
Marie
No,
wasn't
sure.
playable in Arena and
Well,
wasn't
she-
in Ultimax's story, so
Yeah, but
Okay.
they're not gonna do what they did with the first Persona 4 Arena. This is two
dude,
money-loving companies.
You know, she could turn into some kind of giant demon thing or whatever,
At
whatever.
the very worst, she's going to be a DLC.
So many voices.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. You get 4 people and we're impassioned.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just
I'll
saying.
say-
Oh,
here's my
fuck.
hot theory about Akechi.
Okay.
Is that he accepts the offer of joining up with the team, and he sticks around for Shido's palace and then the new palace, and like Sai will still have the moment of somebody's got to take the fall for this, and Akechi will be like, "I got you," and then for the rest of the story, he's gone because he's in prison.
Mm.
But then how does he show up in the combat?
What?
How does he show up in the combat?
Oh, because Sai saying somebody has to take the fall is after the next palace.
Ah,
Like the one
gotcha.
after Shido.
You know,
So that like there'll be a palace between Shido and the depths of Mementos.
Oh.
That would make sense because in the original Persona 5 there are files for an unused palace. There's going to have to be.
And it also aren't there the demon lines that imply that it's Akechi's palace?
Yeah, there were demon
Yeah,
lines as
with
well.
the
So I
demon-
mean, it wouldn't make sense honestly. There's going to have to be something with Akechi that
Well, because they made
leads
lore
him
rules
in.
of saying Persona users can't have palaces.
Yeah.
So they kind of brought themselves into a corner there and said, "All right, fuck it, he doesn't have a palace."
Okay.
didn't
So.
Akechi originally have a palace, anyways?
I mean, I guess that was an idea of,
So-
hey, let's go into Akechi's palace and change his heart so
Yeah.
he's not a murdering asshole.
So the basic idea is that instead of paying for his life with his crimes, he just pays time. I guess because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna redeem myself by I'll take the
I
fall.
can see that, like, oh, this is the beginning of my atonement.
Instead of just dying, just like, oh, he's
Yeah.
dead. He died.
Well,
Never
I
mention
knew
it again.
immediately, once it's just like, wall went up, and then Futaba says, oh, he's not there anymore. I'm just like, oh, he fucking pieced out of the palace. He's not dead.
Yeah, he's fucking gone.
Well, yeah, it was never his fate was always left unknown. They never gave an answer as
There
to what
was
happened.
never anything like
Which-
Akechi has gone missing. Outside, like nobody
No.
fucking knows. Nobody.
I guess
knows anything.
this is my cynical ass playing the whole thing, because there are those moments in vanilla where I was like, okay, this is what they're fixing for the golden version.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
going
exactly.
to have
Well,
something
they knew
with Akechi.
Yeah.
And those moments when Morgana's gone and Ren just says, oh, I should go to sleep. I feel so bad. I'm like, okay, they're gonna fix this one for Royal.
Yeah. Oh, if you played through Persona 5, you
Yeah.
already knew when that happened to Akechi that this was obviously we don't have time to make a full route here. Let's
Yeah, there-
put it here.
You could feel the delay sweat coming
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
off
Oh,
the
no doubt.
game.
Yeah.
It's
No
like
doubt.
we can't delay this anymore. Let's finish it and go. And whatever we fuck up, we can fix in the next one.
Exactly.
Like cutting the lunchroom mechanic. We could just
Yeah.
invite Shujin dudes to have lunch with you.
Mm-hmm.
Cut that out of 3 houses.
anything you see from Han has posted pretty much so much that is shown.
Yeah, that's what
Just
makes
how
me
much.
think there's just okay. This is what they're adding in is all the cut shit.
Like originally, you're gonna have to break into Shujin at night and try to get through to see what Kamoshida was doing. That's completely cut from the game.
Does that happen in Royal? We don't know for
We
sure.
don't know.
But that
That's
sounds
the thing.
great.
I hope some of the things that are in Royal aren't shown. I really hope they didn't show us. I hope they showed us like 70%, and there's a smaller 30% for us to uncover.
I still don't know what's going on with Sentai Madarame. which
Well,
is
yeah,
fucking
that's what I
amazing.
mean. I hope they've added a few new things in every
Yeah.
palace, in every part of the game.
Like you could see, like just with the grappling hook alone, there are some new features and locations.
Yeah, there's new locations,
Yeah.
which always provide room for more cutscenes or whatever.
I'm
that,
Yeah.
pretty
you
sure
know.
the Kanoshiro's fight isn't just going to be the absolutely safe capsule from Mother 3.
Yeah.
They'll fix that up.
Yeah, you think they'll? Do you think they'll rework boss fights? I mean, we haven't already shown
Yeah.
they are going to. Yeah.
Yeah, they have at least where Madarame turns into 5 different color versions of himself, which he
Mm.
didn't do before.
Yeah,
and then
I hope they change the
Yeah,
Kanashiro one because that
Kamoshida
one's
show-
the most underwhelming.
I believe he does something with cognitive Mishima, either
Okay.
like holding him hostage or making
Yeah,
him
he
feel
talks.
worse.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
I'm of the very, very, very firm belief that they are going to streamline and they are going to make the argument between Ryuji and Morgana a lot easier to comprehend.
Yeah, you've
Just
talked
because
about this
there's so
before.
many- there's
Yeah.
so many fans that just feel like everything was Morgana's fault, despite every variation of that saying it wasn't Morgana's fault. It's Morgana and Ryuji and everyone else that just wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
But I think that they're just going to make that a lot more clear with Royal, so we don't have the fucking discourse that we've been having for the last couple years.
I
3
mean,
years, that shit.
so, yeah, some people some people are dead set on that stuff too. Like, man, fuck
Yeah.
Morgana, like all this kind of stuff, or fuck Ryuji even in some cases.
With this being recorded on my Morgana day, I had that this morning of saying, "Oh, Morgana's too rude to Ryuji," and I'm just like they're both fucking hard on each other, but they're
Yeah.
still friends. And here's evidence from spin-off anime and spin-off.
Of course, it's basically similar to a sense of a joke that just went too far.
Yeah, it's a first impression that's just stuck too long.
I mean, it shows it. It's in the original intro. It shows them like it's okay. So they're spinning around. They're doing a thing. And it is a friendly gesture, but it also is him throwing it, which kind of shows that they're also they're weird and playful in their friendship. Of like, haha, fuck, get fucked. Whatever. Man. Like
They're
they're
just
not like
working
they don't
around.
hate each other. They they were
Yeah.
just they're together. But Ryuji's just like, oh, I'll take that or whatever. It's I don't know. That's what I got from that at least. It's friendly, but it's also like, hey, it's like a brotherly thing to me. That's I got a strong vibe from that. I don't know.
Oh no! I'm sorry to interrupt, but I got another response.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Sure, no
I love
topic.
My
this.
brother's a cat.
He said,
a cat.
he said they're trying to say it's not, rather it won't be. I'm thinking it's gonna drop in the store tomorrow.
Yeah.
It updates on Tuesdays.
I thought they said Noni.
No need.
Let
The
me know
cat.
when it arrives, because I'm pretty sure that was digital only in Japan, right? For Catherine Full Body.
I think it was physical as well. No, it was physical.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're recording this because then we can upload if it does happen tomorrow, we can upload the clip and say called it.
Yeah, or you could just say that I'm wrong for being
A
sarcastic.
little off topic here, but my phone has a really cool wireless charger. It's very nice to just sit right here in this chair. Got my microphone, my laptop. It's a nice wireless charger.
Good.
Why do I feel like this is the beginning of an ad?
You know what? I think we really need to start
We had
labeling
ads,
it as
oof.
mysticisms.
Mysticisms, dude, write that down.
It's
Write that
beautiful,
down.
just the
Jack,
weird
write that down.
shit that Mystic says. I'm sorry to interrupt, but my wireless charger is awesome.
I mean, it is.
It's that SpongeBob video. SpongeBob, write that down. That was me to Jack right now.
So yeah, I think Ikechi's gonna live but do time. I think
He's gonna
I
live
think-
and be redeemed. They ain't gonna make
Yeah.
it.
No,
Well, he's
no way
he's
they're
gonna do
killing him.
time,
Gay
and
do
some-
crime.
Yeah, some bullshit in like the arena version, somebody breaks him out of prison.
That man ain't even doing time. That man ain't
If
even.
they can do it, if they can break Dachi out of prison, they can break Ikechi out
Yeah.
of prison.
They ain't even. They
They
ain't
broke him
even.
out with like a fucking portal.
They're not gonna make him do time. This is gonna be some spiritual. Oh, I've come to a realization, or what's going to happen is they're going to explain that Akechi actually didn't do any murders at all, and
You can't prove it.
Yeah, it'll all be explained to where only Shido faces justice. Akechi's seen as because Japan, as long as the world, the rest of the world has no mental health help at all. So let's not even talk about them doing a mental health reform story. All that's going to happen is Akechi's redeemed. Oh, we feel bad for Akechi. The poor dude's been suffering this whole life.
See, I don't know about that, only because I've talked to enough of the fandom where they say I don't mind if Akechi's redeemed, but he needs to face justice.
Okay,
so
well,
I'm just like, all right, let him live, but go to prison.
That's not happening.
He gets his time in the sun. He'll have he'll be fighting the boss.
Hold on, wait a second. When did I miss more Gug's Grottle?
You'll have to listen back and play back later.
Damn it!
Yeah, you gotta listen to the podcast.
Look, he ain't doing time. That's not gonna drive up the hype. So he's not doing time. Persona 5, he's not doing time. That brother is get redeemed, and all of a sudden, he's a cool guy in the Phantom Thieves, and really he was being manipulated, the poor guy. You're gonna really see how he felt. You'll get a great animated cutscene of him basically looking back at his past for a bit. Then everything will work out.
And then we'll all go get ice cream! Yay!
There'll be a ton of animosity between them. They're gonna work together. There's gonna be a ton of animosity between Ren and Akechi, but they're gonna work it out during this process of whoever the hell they're fighting in the third trailer.
I'm gonna say whatever it is. Let me just make it up and say it's Kasumi as a kaiju. Fuck it. But whatever it is, it's going to have a cool back-to-back shot of Black Mask and Joker working together, fucking really united. And then I sincerely believe, because this is where we part ways here, sir, where I believe that Sai's gonna be like, someone's gotta take the fall for this. Ren, you're going to jail, and Akechi's like, hold up, I'll take the fall.
Okay, now hear me out. I've noticed something on Kasumi's mask. I think it does look a lot like Yaldabaoth, or the god from the final boss.
That would be fucking weird if it was just like Yaldi as not only Igor but also as Kasumi.
That would be weird, but you wouldn't really expect it at first hand.
It's like, get fucked, it was me again, you fools!
Then again, I didn't believe that Marie was going to be God's intern.
I mean, here's the thing. I do think it's possible that she can be this god or deity, because we've seen that in basically going all the way back to Shin Megami Tensei. I mean, literally, that's the whole title right there. Megami Tensei is reincarnation of a goddess. So, I mean, it's definitely possible. It'd be going in with the traditions Atlas has followed since 1986. But in my opinion, it's going to either be that, or that she just has a very unique, I wouldn't even say sense of memory, just something with these dreams. I don't even know what this dream thing is supposed to be at this point. I've just kind of pretended, oh yeah, I understand everything Atlas is saying here. I don't understand anything. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't understand half of what they're saying. I don't even understand.
Official translator. Quote them on
no.
that.
No. I mean, I understand what they're
saying,
I'm kidding. But I don't understand what they're saying, if that makes sense. I don't know what they're talking about at this point. The dreams and all of that, and everybody's basically just bringing bits and pieces together to say, oh, this is what they mean, or oh, this is them living this ideal dream world. I've seen people mention you and I in tweets they'll make where they're like, oh, don't you guys agree this is this is possibly them in a dream world or something like that, and they'll show some dialogue. And the way the scenery looks, I don't understand. Or the opening is apparently them, and the sparkles are supposed to be dreams. Bro, I don't understand that. Okay, I'm not reading One Piece here. Okay, I'm not. I don't understand.
Right, do you guys think it's possible that there's new characters that they haven't revealed yet?
Yeah.
We have Takuda, we have Kasumi, we have new Egg Boy Jose. Which, by the way, I don't know what his purpose is going to be.
Well, I don't even get that either. I don't even understand. He's studying humans with
I'm just wondering what's his relation to the Velvet Room, because he's a weird.
What does he provide to the Phantom Thieves other than having just being basically the cart boy from frickin' Nier Automata?
Well, I mean, he's giving the man strength. The man's giving strength out, but I don't even get that. I don't even understand that. I don't understand.
What's his motivation
with Jose? I don't understand. The man's probably Here's the thing. Here's another cool thing. I would say, in the case of, like, Jose, it's more likely that he has a connection to mementos, and when he studies with the flowers and all of that, it will bring back memories he once had. It's such a cliche. It's very easy to write into a story. It's very, very likely, and it's.
I mean, that's usually.
Isn't that what they did with Morgana, though?
That's Atlas's go-to with new characters: is pop them in, lose their memory, and then they'll figure it out by the
Remember
end.
that Morgana and mementos are very important to Morgana's character, so it would make sense that Jose's in the same position. And if Morgana has a human form now, which is basically confirmed at this point, really, I mean, there's going to be a relation here with Jose and Morgana and this human form and all of that will probably be explained and intertwined.
If that is his true story, that will make Persona 5R have 3 characters who have lost their memory and must regain them. We have Morgana, we have Jose, and we have the twins. And so,
I mean,
remember, doesn't Ren also have some of his memory lost for like most of the recounting? What the heck?
Well, that's different. That's just drugs. Yeah. That's just drugs.
Yeah, and believe me, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. You might not, but you can get some good drugs on the cheap nowadays. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Thanks.
And the police know that too.
Don't do that.
Thanks, Mister.
Don't do that on the podcast, Ryan.
Ryan, please,
I have a question.
We don't need your Guts Grotto advertisement, man.
That I've been.
No, Jack, you don't understand. You're not up to date with the lore. You don't understand.
Then get me up to.
No,
I don't do them. I'm not new.
Oh, there's that New York accent.
We had some great conversations about Ryan's adventures in New York before the podcast started.
I got another to ask regarding bringing it back to Akechi for a second.
Yeah.
So you think that he's redeemed, will get no jail time. Who takes the fall though? Because at Christmas Day, Ren's chilling with everyone else. He didn't go to jail.
He's fine. Yeah.
So who takes the fall?
What if the way this whole thing is written for this new palace, just go with me here, is that nobody takes the fall? Why does anybody have to take the fall at this point? What if this dream world, well, that's after December, so that's
January 4th.
Yeah, that's January to however long they're gonna make that last. What if to go towards those dreams, there's gonna be none of that anymore?
So what you're telling me is that
it wouldn't make
before
sense.
Joker gets shot in the forehead, he enters a dream, and by the time this dream ends, he gets shot in the freaking forehead.
Well, no, because remember, there's already scenes with Akechi in the third semester, so how could he have taken the fall?
Well, because that's the dream world. It could be just Joker being
time
part
travel.
of Akechi's dream.
We don't even know if that's really a dream world, though. Right?
I fully believe that, and I believe that.
I mean, it could be. It could very well be. I believe it too.
Like where you're where it's right after like the New Year's, because they're gonna have a New Year's cutscene where it's gonna be a lot more wholesome, and then you're just able to like you visit the shrine with whoever you want on the first. And then second and third is just, hey, you can fuck around and do confidants or whatever. And then on the fourth, you wake up and human Morgana's in bed with you, and the whole world is turned upside down.
Well, I think everything. It's going to be gradual.
Yeah, you don't realize it's a dream until it's gradually revealed through contextual clues. Like, hey, my mom's alive, and she's friends with me. Holy shit, Futaba.
Yeah, that's great. Wait, how does that... Wait, no.
Yeah, that's the part that fucks it up. And I think that they're concurrent, where Ren gets out of bed, talks to him, and is like, hey, I got a human body now. Let me go text Lady On. You can get them feet pics.
Wait, that's actually a very interesting thing I wanted to talk about. In terms of wish fulfillment and dreams and stuff, for Futaba, it's getting her mom back. For Morgana, it's getting her human body. But we haven't actually seen...
for Ryuji, I think it's actually him getting back into the track and field club.
Yeah, like his leg probably no longer fucked up.
It's him getting a scholarship.
Yeah,
so his mom doesn't have to pay for college, and she can be financially comfortable and happy, and he can be back in a track team.
And Anne probably has Shiho back. Shiho's probably fine.
Shiho never got sexually harassed or something.
I think it's more that Shiho didn't move away.
Yeah.
That's as far as it goes, because Anne accepts reality enough to know that shit happened, But
Yeah, it's
boy,
just a
would
woman.
I really like Shiho back, and Shiho not to move away, and we can go to the underground mall and window shop and fucking eat crepes and shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
what about
It's gonna
Yusuke?
be depressing.
Yusuke, oddly enough, I initially thought it's like, oh, he's gonna get his mom back, but no, it's just I'm gonna take
Ooh.
Sayuri out of storage and take her on tour.
Well, it's
Oh,
not even just
like
that.
he gets
No,
recognition
oh.
for Sayuri, maybe?
Well, no,
It's-
he
yeah,
comes
It
to
wasn't
the-
his work.
Well, okay, well, listen. No,
No,
they know
it-
the truth, though.
I know what it was. That
Mitsu
he had the whole
confirmed.
gallery thing going on, where he could say, "This was my mom's self-portrait. This is who she was. She was.
This
a
is
beautiful
me.
soul."
Hi, I'm a baby.
Yeah.
He
Like,
comes
it's-
to terms with Madarame, is what's
Yeah.
confirmed.
Tell,
He comes to
tell-
terms.
Okay,
yeah.
so in short, with Yusuke, is him saying, "I'm
He
baby."
accepts he basically, well, he accepts Madarame, not in the sense that, oh, he respects him, in the sense that he understands that it's a multifaceted thing, you know, in the sense that, yes, Madarame treated him terribly, but he also became more of an artist. Similar to something like that is more what I'm expecting to see.
I'm hoping not.
Yeah, that
because
sounds
at the
really
same
logical.
Time, she had a seizure.
happening?
And he just
Nothing
kinda
against a
stared
kid,
at
but-
her and said, "Your work is mine,
That's me.
bitch."
I mean, but in the same sense, yeah, that happened, but
It's fucked up, man.
We're taking the example of New York, brother. Have you been in the Bronx? In the Bronx, a lot of people.
Look, artists have seizures all the time in the Bronx. And we
Hey,
don't know
man, it's the
anything about it.
Bronx.
What
Hey,
I'm
come
saying
on.
I've seen a lot of people lose.
What, does Yusuke work at Soho now?
Oh, he worked at Soho. The man would never pay rent. The man wouldn't have enough.
Studio/apartment/gallery.
They
But
put his
he'd be-
painting in the Guggenheim.
Bro, he'd be living in the cellar. You're talking about the
Now with
studio.
$5.
Man would be living in the underground cellar of Soho.
Just
Man
eating,
Uh,
just
I guess
eating more of those
Makoto is just
fries.
the fucked up part about Makoto is not I want my dad back. It's more I want a healthy relationship with my sister.
Oh, I saw that, and that just
that's
has me into tears a
That's
little
it.
bit. Just,
That's all she
ugh.
does.
it.
It's just I want a healthy relationship with my sister.
Yeah.
But something about her dad is in one of the new events about
I
her
know,
dad getting an award.
From what I noticed, it was just more them being able to talk about it more freely.
Yeah.
And just like, hey, you remember that time when it was your birthday and you were being a little asshole to him?
And Haru.
Haru's the one who's got.
we've heard
Is
that.
Haru as
Dad, yeah.
simple as getting your
Dad's
dad
alive.
back, or is it something more?
It's
Dad
a combo. It's
having a
dad-
relationship
Yeah,
that's healthy.
Dad's alive. Dad likes me. And
Dad won't marry me off to some
and-
rich fuck.
No,
Haru
and
is canon.
may or may this one's up in the air just based on contextual clues. She's probably dating Ren in her ideal world.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh my
because
god,
the
she
way
became
that
the
she
canon
reacted.
ship food. Dear God, the fan base will never be the same.
I mean,
I
Haru
need to
kind
talk about
of
this.
There's
Haru
been
go cry on her pillow when you say no to her. So it's about as canon as you can get. That yeah, she.
You mean, no, she's not
in
gonna
love with the
cry.
dude.
She's not gonna cry into a pillow. She's gonna cry into her axe and then freaking
She
slash. it
absolutely
again.
fucking did. But again, it's contextual clues because if you just say no, she'll just be like, oh, "Okay, I got studying to do. Okay, I'll see you. Bye." And it's very clear she doesn't have studying to do. She's just going to go cry that you rejected her.
Oh man.
Yeah.
She may love like annihilating the shit out of things that she may or may not believe.
But
are
she's not like
living.
she's still a you know, she's
Like she'll make jokes about fucking chopping a dude with an axe, but she's not actually gonna do it. She only does it to shadows because she's not sure if they're alive.
yeah.
Because there's
She's
a lot
still
of
she's still a sweet girl. Like she's not.
Like, I love the way they struggle.
Oh god.
This Haru, Haru
Haru's
is both the soft sheep, but she's also the frickin' wolf.
the duality of a shrewd businesswoman.
I don't want to know what happens when you frickin' tell her no to a relationship, and the next thing you know, you're on fire, and she didn't even do anything. She
Wouldn't
just
it be
lit
odd, though?
she just lit your brain on fire with her eyes.
Well, she does have psychic powers. At least in fucking Mementos.
I mean, again, drawing back her Scruffy Turtles fan art, who knows what she has hidden away in that hair of hers
Oh,
just to
that's
murder
cool.
you out of nowhere.
This just reminds me. It's about Makoto instead, but
That's
but
where she hides the bodies.
Persona 5 manga and that one infamous page.
Yes, where she becomes Killer Mom.
And EY's like, fuck that shit, man. This is crazy.
I love
want her to
that
step on
chapter
me.
so much because it's just, hey, we have all this money from Mementos. Let's split it up into an allowance. And Yusuke Ryuji, and An all want to waste their money, but like Makoto's right behind them going, do you really need that? and it scares the shit out of them.
An tries to buy like 3 different lipsticks, and she's like, do you really need that?
I love those segments in the story where it's like, oh man, we don't have enough money for this thing, and I'm just like looking at my bank account in game, like, yeah. Like I know it's easier for a Westerner to be like, oh, that's a lot of money, but in Japan it's different. But still, like it's a sizable amount.
Okay,
in Japan, you can influence the entire economy just by taking a few people down in a cognitive whirl.
Yeah.
I mean,
true. Okay, I want one specific thing to change involving the Shido arc. Is I want the bounty on the Phantom Thief's head to be bigger. Because it was only 1 million yen, and when I did the conversion, I was like, fuck, they're worth more than that. Let me actually do it. 1 million yen.
Yeah, but
it was it was 10 grand.
Well, think about it from the
perspective. If you catch the Phantom Thieves, I'll give you 10 buckaroonies.
No, have in mind, you got to think about New Game Plus, where you're at 9,900,999 yen. Put that in.
I'm a trust fund kid.
That's 7 nines. Just
Baby,
put in
you
7
can trust
nines.
me.
It's a personal thing. I just want the bounty to be larger because I felt like, well, fuck, I'm trying to change the world here. I'm only worth 10 grand.
Well, you have to remember that people.
I figure people want to kill me for more.
You got 4chan speaking. They ain't taking people seriously. Like
4chan.
Yeah, he says it like that. You gotta get used to that.
What? This is totally new to me, but alright.
This is 4chan anime. You get used to the mysticisms.
This is what everybody says about me at this point. I feel like this is actually a running gag with any friend of mine. Any friend of mine's like, hey,
okay,
like
no,
that.
the biggest running gag though is Brudder, which.
Oh my god, my friend was just talking about that. My friend was talking about that at work.
Yeah.
Brother.
If you're close to Mystic, you're his brother.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody says that.
Wait,
all of
Mystic,
my friends.
Mystic, if I'm like on break from October 10th to 15th, if we go meet up in Connecticut, would that make me your brother?
Yes.
I'm a brother.
Don't say it like that.
Oh my god.
That was so uncomfortable.
Man, it's making me look like I came out of special ed over here.
Oh damn! You actually sound like you came out of Bay Ridge.
Wait! You said Bay Ridge? I was chilling with a guy.
This guy over here.
No,
he was like the most New York thing I've ever said.
I gotta go back to New York sometime. I was there. I was there a couple months ago. But
I was chilling with a guy that I met on Twitter, right?
On the same day,
Here's
just
the funny
poor timing.
Mike said something hilarious. A guy from Twitter met up with my friend and I in Manhattan, Nintendo New York store, and he came from Bay Ridge, and he said everything weirdly, and he kept grabbing my friend by his coat and saying, "Let's do this, let's do that. Where are you guys going? Can I come with you? Where are you guys going? Can I come?"
Oh god, what was this guy's name? Did it start with a Jake?
No, I retweeted him, but like my friend said something pretty fucked up about him. I don't know if I want to say it.
I probably wouldn't, at least on public airwaves.
Well, I mean, I already just told you about the guy. He's going to listen to the podcast.
I hope so.
Well, no. The poor man, it looked like he had never went outside a day in his life. I felt.
Oh, damn.
Was he just pure white?
In a sense, yes. That dude was never taking off. The dude had a sweatshirt, 2 coats on. I felt for the brother. We said, "Aren't you hot in there?" He said,
"Wait,
no."
like what, in fucking August?
No, in September, just 2 days ago. In the 85-degree heat that was New York.
It was 85. What the fuck?
Man was looking like he was, he looked like a sauna. It looked like the human equivalent of a sauna over there.
I'm on fire!
We're like, "You okay over there?" He's like, "Oh, I'm fine. Man looked like a human sauna. Then he's like, "Let's get chicken cones." So we're walking. He's like, "Let's get some chicken cones." I'm like, "All right, let's get some chicken cones."
I worked in New York City, and I'm there more times than I'm here. What the fuck is a chicken cone?
Right, well, we go to the New York Institute of Technology, and we go down to this train station. It's like the underground mall in Persona 5. And it has every single food item. LTE service is pretty good on, in the underground stations now.
But to get salmonella.
But right, so we go to this. They're all very hipster, very much the equivalent of what I think of. Oh, this just freshly gentrified station over here. Second I walk in, I'm like, oh, the station's just been gentrified. But we go in there, they're like chicken cone. They're like $8.95 for a chicken cone. So I'm like,
Okay,
You're
it's
freaking-
just like fried
okay.
chicken on an ice cream cone.
yes, you can take a picture.
What
It's
the fuck?
I'll send you the picture. It's not even a joke.
Fucking weird, dude.
Mystic, your New York, your Brooklyn accent here is tapping in more and more to the point where you have a thicker Brooklyn accent than frickin' Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, I'm walking here.
This man over here. I'll show it to you.
Please post in the Boyd's
Yeah.
lobby. The
Boys.
members of the server will be so confused as to what they're looking at without any context.
I was in awe at the size of I was in awe at the size of this thing. Didn't even look like a human could digest it. The man sitting next to me digests 2 of the cones in the span of 2 minutes. I'm thinking, Christ.
How quickly did you want to fucking just ditch him?
Well,
I want to try it now.
Oh, here's the funny thing is we did. I was like taking a day ridge. We're going on the M. We're going to Williamsburg. He's like, why are you going there? What's the point? I'm like, bro, we're just going over there. We're just gonna go over there for a bit. He's like, oh, want to go in the same train as me? Maybe we'll get off at similar spots. I'm like, brother, we're all good. It's been a good day.
Oh my god,
No.
the chicken cone. I just looked back
Don't,
at the
don't
Discord.
ruin any more chicken cones. So
I'm like, bro,
It
it's been a
looks
good day.
delicious, actually.
I kind of want to transition because speaking of something stupid, how many elements from Persona 5 animation are going to be in Royal? Do you think?
Oh, very few except
Very
for
few. They reject their humanity.
They were like, you guys get to animate the intro. That's it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just saw that like Kawakami was posing like in the anime, so I'm just like, oh, they're gonna. Animate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those are probably original concepts Atlas already had. Atlas was
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like, yeah, we already have
Maybe.
it in mind.
Yeah, are we gonna
hey,
rush
listen,
through palaces
people
like in the anime?
Kawakami. The anime
Hey,
did this
hey,
thing.
hey! If we get more scenes for doing that, I'm not gonna care.
It's fan
Jack,
service. Let's find a
calm
way
down.
to put it in.
I'm also gonna,
Nick,
I'm gonna
come
say
up.
this because I
Come
want to
up.
dispute. I'm calling you out, Mystic. I don't believe that you can romance Ryuji.
Fuck.
Despite it being
That
an
would
anime,
suck.
I don't
Fuck.
think that they're going to do that.
That would
Damn it.
suck.
I think that they're going to tease you a lot with Ren and Akechi. Where like they're never dating, but hey, here they are going out together and sharing a meal.
Here they are in the intro, laying side by side in the field of jewels. Ha ha ha, hello.
Yeah,
Now, Catchy, I just wanted a Catchy romance arc, bro. I just want that. I just want that.
Really, Pyro was the one telling me that you said you were going to go for Ryuji, and that was going to be a thing.
I mean,
That's why I'm calling you out.
either of the 3 Ryuji, Yusuke, Akechi, if you can get with either of the 3, I'm going for it.
I'm still of the mind that our best choice at male romance will be like Persona 6 in like 2025.
And it's going to be set in Brooklyn.
No.
The potential for those
You're
confidants.
gonna be,
Dude, those
you're gonna be in
confidants.
Kyoto.
Hey,
hanging out with fucking
bro.
Kiryu.
Wanna come by and smoke some weed?
Yeah, want to come by, roll up a few of those giant XL size blunts today, brother? You just had a good day.
There you go. I heard the
And
brother.
then we'll go get some chicken.
Oh
cone.
shit, dude,
Yeah,
I'm
get
seeing
some
like
chicken-
ghosts and stuff, man.
Guys, if you're ever gonna do drugs, you always have to go to an aquarium and just sit in front of a giant tank.
Your guts
It
have
blows
raised.
your minds.
Your guts have raised. You spend the time doing some drugs. Okay, your guts have increased.
Your guts have increased.
Your guts
Uh,
have
You're
increased.
at school, you go with the magician.
This,
or
listen,
not.
the Brooklyn version of EY definitely smokes weed. No
Brooklyn
lollipop shit
version-
here, man.
Alright,
The Brooklyn
guys.
version of EY has already been busted up by the police.
Oh, yeah, in Persona 5, if it were in Brooklyn, that shit would have been shut down quick.
You know, there's a little bit of side thing.
Like
There's a little
he
bit of side
mailed
thing I've
that
got.
shit out of his apartment.
Yeah, it would have been done. It would have
With
been done.
like box on top of box on top of box.
That would have been out.
Yeah.
You would
I
have.
think that like extra features in mini games will be easier, like more accessible, because there are still some people that don't realize you can do crosswords in LeBlanc, and that there's a fucking bathroom.
I
yeah.
didn't know that you could do crosswords.
What?
Yeah. And also that'll be easier to get to fucking to Tanaka's website, Tanaka's shady.
yeah. Does that's so?
Okay,
Okay,
people just didn't do it.
did it take up time or no?
No.
No.
No,
You didn't?
really.
Okay, yeah. For some reason, I just totally forgot about it after
Yeah.
the first time I used it.
You buy a broken laptop in Yongin, then you go to Akihabara and get somebody to fix it up, and then you get a laptop for your attic.
Yeah. But why is it in the attic? I don't know. Honestly, it should be a... that'd be kind of weird. I was about to say have an app on your phone, but I don't think Tonica would be that unsafe.
Yeah, I mean, also because it's shady commodities. The App Store will never approve of that.
Apple App Store, shady commodity.
I still kind of, and also this is like Smash tier speculation, but I legitimately want Hifumi to teach me how to play shogi because I cannot play shogi. Period.
Yeah, that...
Wait,
matter
what
how
about
cool.
what about shogi minigame? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, that'd be fun.
But how long would that take?
No, listen, I want it to be a situation like The Witcher 3 where it becomes a subset of like, I gotta play shogi. Gotta be the best.
Well, where we get a Persona 5 spin-off, it's another P5S, but the S stands for shogi.
Yes!
And it's specifically like a Rocky tournament that's only shogi.
Oh wait, hang on. You guys know how JoJo Eyes of Heaven had like a poker side mini game, but it was still like an arena fighting game? Maybe we can do like you had to play it like twice to progress the story. Maybe they can introduce them like that in one of these games, like in the fighting game, or they can introduce it in Scramble.
At the very least, like you could do in Royal, that instead of needing to eat a burger to talk to Hifumi, you need to beat her in shogi for the confidant to begin.
You know, recently I've been watching a lot more of John Mulaney again, and I think I can actually try. I just thought of this funny little bit where I related to Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you this story. This was the best move I had in my life. It was like 11 weeks ago in Shibuya. We played at a little restaurant called
the Salt and Pepper
Big Bang
Diner?
Burger. You know, yeah, that but Persona 5.
Okay. I mean, people do those... There's so many of those things online where it's like John Mulaney sketch, but with blank characters on like YouTube.
Yeah, they did one with Persona for the one thing you can't replace, and like we walk into the Big Burger Diner one day, and they had this jukebox, all right, and the jukebox had 3 plays for $1. So we put in $7 and selected 21 plays of the Mementos theme music.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That would
could
drive
work.
people insane.
Yeah, I see. Well, I mean, they're changing it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what we said, right? The Mementos music, they're changing it.
Oh well, they changed
God, I hope so.
one level.
They changed one. Wait, hold on.
But like basically, if you go deeper down into a new area, it will have new Mementos music. But
Like
Okay.
Tartarus.
you still have the Depths music. And again, I didn't realize people hated that. I thought people were just like, oh, it's music.
Dun,
Just,
dun,
oh, it
dun,
fucking sucks.
dun. I didn't. I was fine with it, but people pointing it out, I go, yeah, I guess I can see where you're like grinding.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're gonna be spending time there, make it at least enjoyable for, as much pizza as possible. Also, the death can't get flu anymore, so no more level 10 hacks, extra level whatever hacks things.
That would be
Yikes.
nice though if she could, if Futaba could change cognition and you could play like music from 3 or 4, depending on like if you have the outfit DLC.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Which,
That would be
again,
awesome.
I still need to know how they're transferring that over. Is it just like you go to the clothing store and they say, "Hey, 200 real life yen, please"?
Yeah.
No, you're really just going to buy the DLC again.
So what the fuck is the clothing store?
The clothing store is mainly just rare items in the sense. It's not.
So when you get like clothes from Mementos and then you wash them up instead of directly selling them to EY,
It's
you
something
sell
in
them
that
to
matter,
the
yeah.
clothing store.
Guys, you watch a torn up T-shirt at the bathhouse, and you get Burn My Dread.
Kichijoji. Think of Kichijoji as a place in Brooklyn I was just at, but for Japan standards.
Goddamn, dude.
He's going back to New York again.
You were in Brooklyn.
Back to
fucking-
New York. Oh,
I don't think Spike Lee talks about Brooklyn as much as you do.
I mean, that little do you know that was the end of his statement, and we're just railing on him for it.
I was just thinking
Railing
that
on him.
Atlas USA
Don't.
really, most of the time, because they know how people get with DLC, that they're either going to have some kind of direct data transfer, or they'll just lower the price of all the DLC.
They'll lower the price.
Because like Atlas Japan was fucking wild. Like for Catherine Full Body, there was over $60 worth of DLC. Well, you could buy that same like everything in one pack for like what was it, $20-25?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
lower
$25.
that shit like crazy. So
I'm
hopefully
sorry,
it'll be
but the more I look at this chicken cone, the more I want to try it. I'm sorry, it's just stuck in my head now.
It's just so fucking.
Does anywhere around me Postmate chicken cones?
Uh-oh.
He's being attacked by fireballs in the NES.
Oh, great.
You okay, pal?
No,
he's
I'm not.
fine.
I'm
Trust me,
never
he's fine.
okay.
Trust me, he's fine. Yeah, he is getting attacked by fireballs. Let's go with that.
Wait,
I'm
He
good.
only wants
is
to
it
have a
fixed
heart,
now?
he'll
Is it
be
fixed
good.
Yeah,
now?
it's fine. You're fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna check Postmates or Uber Eats or DoorDash
Okay.
to see if
Alright,
I
well,
don't
good luck
know
with that.
anybody in fucking Manhattan that would
Yeah.
postmate a chicken cone. You have to work for that. You have to trek.
You have to
for
go down. You have to
chicken
go on the
cone.
streets. You gotta go up to the things, and you gotta be like, "Give me a goddamn chicken
You gotta
cone."
be in the
I'm not gonna
underground
fly to
mall.
New York just to get a goddamn chicken cone.
Well, then I guess you don't want the chicken cone, man.
You gotta
I want
be
the
with
chicken cone,
someone
but not that
who
badly.
You gotta be with someone who wears 4 layers in 85-degree weather specifically, or else they'll only put ice cream in that cone. They won't give you the chicken.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give you that chicken.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I'll explain after this episode's done. I'll explain. There's a lot of context that happened on Saturday. There's a lot that has happened.
Yes.
So I
There's a
guess
lot.
last things about Royal. I know that Mishima's still gonna. Everybody's still gonna hate him.
Did
That's
people
just-
hate Mishima?
Well, I mean, they don't treat him nicely in vanilla.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you meant the fan base. I was like,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
they
some
don't.
the
The Phantom Thieves don't really treat him that well,
Yeah,
or
it's 50-50
recognize he exists at
with
all.
the fan base. There is literally no middle ground. It's either I love you and I want to protect you forever, my precious baby boy, or get the fuck away from me, you annoying little shit. That nobody just tolerates him. It's either one or the other.
To be fair, that's kind of what his confidant's about. It's like,
Yeah. Well, it's,
And you
it's
have to
him.
freaking, if you want to go talk to Kawakami, guess what?
Uh-oh.
You need to play through Mishima's confidant, and half the fan base will be like, nope, fuck.
I'm the only one who kind of gets that shit just because I'm the guy with the giant amount of followers. So I can imagine what life would be like if I let that shit go to my head and I felt like I'm the one responsible for Atlas's success. I'm the one. Like,
We
yeah,
all
I
realized.
get where he's coming from, but at least he pisses his pants slightly when he stands up to bullies. So that's
Just
the
only
plus.
slightly though. That shows courage.
Only a little bit. He peed a little bit.
Shows courage.
But it literally just everyone dunks on him, and in the the new trip that happens in Royal, Ryuji just flat out says, "You are being too informal with me. Call me you gotta call me Mister, because I ain't dealing with your shit today."
Damn.
Wow. Ryoji out here being bossy.
I mean, that's everybody gets their mood in. Although I don't think it'll get as savage as Futaba.
Are you an
You
NPC? You must be an NPC.
I do like that Sean Chiplock rolls with it, just because he fucking voiced that whole scene of Mishima saying "kek."
Keck.
Which I wonder if that'll stay in.
I hope it
Or-
does, man. I love
No, they're
that.
not gonna
That's my
remove things
favorite.
like that.
That's
No, I
They're
mean
not
like
gonna
they might
change
make
them.
it something more current.
Oh no, man!
Nah,
Him
they're
saying
not-
"keck" is so dated. It's great. It's just, What else would he even say? Like "we stand" or some shit?
Oh no,
either
no!
that
Please
or
don't do that.
He
Please
just
don't
gets
put
up
that.
and does fucking Fortnite dances.
Look, I'm all good with.
Stan Luda.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
I
all
see
good
someone
with-
flossing in the
Instead
game.
of-
I'm going to hang myself.
Instead of asking if she's a racy streamer, you just ask Futaba if she stands Luna.
Oh,
Look, I'm all good with stands. I'm good with stands of fandoms. Good with stands with other things.
You know,
but-
Akechi
but-
wouldn't have had to kill Okumura
look,
and
look.
frickin' killed his dad if he stand Luna.
Look at what I'm saying. Look at what I'm
stop
saying.
this! I don't like this.
I like
Look,
that idea.
Let me
of
say
anybody
this.
who gets on the Phantom Thieves on the fan side. He just responds with K-pop gifs.
Let me just drop this though. I'll walk the streets of New York at 2 a.m. in the morning, but
Do
give
you
me
think
a-
Mishima would run a frickin' Phantom Thieves Discord server?
Yeah, probably.
Wait.
Yeah.
And there'll be some kind of scandal where he's talking shit about Ren. That just
Oh my
it ends
God.
up getting leaked
Yeah,
out.
let's put that in a Persona game. Actually, let's make that a part of the Confidant.
Yeah.
It's the fan site
Discord drama.
That'll be
It's
great for me.
Mishima saying, "The fuck you say to me, you little shit."
Just put that high school drama in there. Make Shujin seem
All-
like an actual high school.
I mean, they constantly talk shit about everyone. So, yeah, I mean, Ren showed up like what for an hour? They're already saying, "I heard that guy murdered and ate someone."
Yeah, right.
Fuck. You don't know my name, guys.
Okay, can they change this? Because it actually
You
bothers
don't belong
me.
at this school.
Can they just have some kind of tracker so that of the test things? So when you pass like 28 things in a row and they're all like, "Wow, he's so smart," but if you fuck up one, they're like, "Oh, idiot! God, he was so dumb the whole time." Couldn't they just be like, "Oh, that was weird," you know? Yeah,
Typical
whatever.
nasty McCrime boy fucking up on the midterm.
God, you know, right? Wow, I can't believe you didn't know the fucking what Kamehameha or whatever his name was.
You know that you fucking failed the test because Makoto will just come up and like punch you in the hip, like
Yeah.
she did to Yusuke.
Oh my gosh.
That was a
They're
great
not even
way
in the
to
same
serve-
school.
Well, actually, it's funny. It's funny because my friend was speaking to a guy, and he was like, "Can I get a?"
I'm sorry.
He was like, "Can I get a pass, please?" Can I get a pass?
And what did the guy say? What, the Six Flags?
Okay, you go to Mementos and you steal someone's heart, and it's
Well,
an
he said, "No,
N-word
you can get a pass." He said, "You can get a pass, but you got to give me a discount if I come visit you guys." And we're like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah, he gets fucking dollar.
They
coffee.
name an item on the menu.
Okay, here's a weird thing, and I don't know if this will happen or not. There are definitely going to be new Mementos requests since there are like more months.
It was already confirmed.
Oh, confirmed for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
that there are new.
Will one of
methods.
them just be like, "Hey, this guy's like really shitty to foreigners"? Can you guys do something about that?
Yeah.
'Cause they kind of have that a little bit with that one with the one American dude who's a bouncer.
Yeah.
And the businessman gets in a fight with him.
Yeah.
And then
he's
like a
just
couple
"Oh,
months
no,
later, he
no."
comes back and he's like, "I'm sorry, your Japanese is pretty good."
My mementos request in New York. Hey, my rent's been raised another $500. You want to do anything about that?
They're trying to price me out.
I'll have a lot of requests then.
God damn, yeah, fucking shitty man. Mystic's all about that New York life now.
He's all about that life. He's in.
You talk with 3 crackheads, and all of a sudden, you're all about that New York life.
Okay.
That's the beauty of New York, my friend.
I'm
Okay,
teasing you,
first,
sir.
yeah. First off, remember who was born and raised. Remember that. But
All
we
right,
go
well, you
for
got
it.
me on the born part, but I was raised here too.
Yeah, when I go back to New York, I want to get outside Manhattan, and go to the other parts. and just
Wait,
chill.
you don't go outside of Manhattan?
Well, most of the times I've been for family trips. And
Oh,
I've
okay,
I've never been on my
yeah,
own, so.
He doesn't dictate the itinerary when he's 11.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I wasn't looking over the itinerary.
Like, hey, Mom, Dad, let's go to Brooklyn. They're like, no.
Let's go to Mott Haven. Hey, Mott Haven sounds pretty cool. Can we go over there?
What the fuck is Mott Haven?
He went too deep for them.
Deep, too deep, gone too far.
I think Cortlandt Street's pretty good this time of year on 151st.
Specifically the street corner.
Yeah, very good part of the year. I hear everybody's doing some great things. It's a poppin' place.
So yeah, that's that. What's that?
Boy, will be out in a month, and it'll be a lot of dodging spoilers, which I guess,
Well,
I guess we can go around and say, what was your best method of dodging spoilers if you were giving a shit about Persona 5 online?
I played it in Japanese.
easy. I didn't play the game till a year after it was released in the States.
Nice.
I didn't play until like 3 months after it's released in the States.
Hey, look at you guys. Mine was just I didn't look at anything that was in Japanese, and one motherfucker got me like 2 months before the release when Sega was just doing a stream of Persona 5, and one dude in the chat just said, "Hey, Igor's the bad guy." And I'm just
Oh
like,
my god.
and I'm like, that's gotta be bullshit. There's no way. That's not true.
He was
And
a bad
then
guy the whole
fucking-
time.
Then it fucking happens, and I'm like, that motherfucker.
He did.
That one
Fuck.
dude in the Twitch chat.
Of course,
Twitch chat.
it's inevitable at this point. Like, back then, it would have been a lot easier because, the fan base wasn't, it has freaking doubled, maybe even tripled since the last time.
It's hard
But
to
now-
calculate
now-
because it
Now
always
Persona 5 is really mainstream, so it's going to be way more difficult to avoid all these spoilers.
It's in Smash Brothers. I think we can consider it mainstream.
Yeah. But
Yep.
I just remember that Persona 3 was the one that made it mainstream. No, but Persona Golden was the one that made it mainstream. So, you know what? They all make it mainstream. Persona 5 Scramble will be the one to make it mainstream.
Well, I'm crying because Narukami wasn't mainstream enough to get into Smash Bros. Enough
He's
for me
in
to make
Project M, and
content,
he's
but
fucking
okay.
delicious. Oh, yeah.
It was a different era. It was a different era. Okay, listen.
And he's in the second biggest crossover game.
He should have been in PlayStation.
Dude,
He's a freaking Blaz Green over here.
fucking wish he was.
Yeah.
So I guess what recommendation would you give to your listeners on how to avoid spoilers for Persona 5?
Don't go on social media
Good
at
luck,
all.
get off
Finish
Go
playing.
to New York, get off of social media, and hope someone on the
Go to New York, turn off your social media, turn off your location devices. You don't need that, and just walk around New York. Just do it.
2 a.m.
For 8 months straight.
Nothing bad will go on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Well, I would hate to say it, but probably avoid your stream then maybe, guys. I don't know.
Well,
I mean-
obviously, the co-stream that me and Mystic will be doing at some point in November will be only for people who
exactly, it's intended for those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even pointed that out. I said, don't watch the stream if you don't want any spoilers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's already been like people know that
That's,
already.
okay, good. Just making sure.
And also I
And maybe most of the people that listen to this already follow, you guys, because whatever. So.
I mean I should suggest
it's
that they
cool.
still listen to Unchatable because you won't be talking spoilers, right?
Yeah.
No
I
way.
know plenty.
Damn.
Wink, wink, wink.
No, we won't. We swear. We won't do it.
Unless it's
Let's say-
necessary.
Don't no. Listen.
You know what?
We'll
what?
talk
I would
about it
really
later.
hate? I'd really hate if we get a Catherine controversy 2.0, where like something
boy.
weird and problematic happens in Royal, and then just it's all over the internet. Of,
And then
oh my
it's-
god, I can't believe Akechi said the N-word. And now, like, oh, well, it's a spoiler, but it's something that needs to be discussed.
Like, I like how I did not use the A.
Why?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I
Bruh.
used up all my passes, so I can't give you any.
I don't have any
Um,
passes. You can't be doing that. The Unchatable podcast doesn't have a pass, bro. Come on.
Yeah, there's no passes.
There's no passes.
I guess also then I should make the other thing of that the Phan-Site and his best buddy, MysticDistance, will not be talking Persona 5 spoilers on their Twitter feed.
Yes, you
If
don't
we
have to
want
worry.
spoilers,
Do
it'll
not
be-
worry about following them. They're great.
Yeah, you don't have to ever worry about a spoiler. Hell, you might not even see me tweeting on the website. So I mean,
Yeah,
you're
well,
not going to worry about
There you
spoilers.
go.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah, you might not even see me on the website, let alone
I
posting.
mean, from what I know, Lavenza already pre-ordered her copy of P5R, so
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh, we have that
Japanese.
digital down.
No, she bought like the Japanese version. She's just gonna play through it anyways.
Yeah,
gotta-
because
they-
fuck it.
They got to get those high quality screenshots of Lavenza. That's what they got to
Yeah,
do.
That
that's
is
another
true.
speculation we haven't talked about. More Lavenza screen time? Yes
Obviously.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
definitely,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Well, and the fact that you can hang out with the twins is,
Yeah, it's
enough
happening.
enough for me to say that. For just by proxy that you can hang out with him and have more dialogue with him, you'll learn more about the
Oh, yeah.
character, and hopefully you actually hang out with the Lavenza after she fuses.
But
with
here's the thing. Since Persona 5 Dancing confirmed that afterwards Lavenza can fuse and unfuse at will,
Oh no!
what if they just
no.
split and
I don't like what
just,
you're saying.
fuck it, I like being two people.
Lavenza's having an aneurysm over here. Sorry.
Definitely not in the booth.
Not in the booth. There. Don't say that.
That I think would be a cop-out.
No
but
fear.
It's a
one
cop-out
fear.
that Atlas may do, seeing as how they did it for 5 Dancing.
No fear. Lavenza will unfuse one.
Oh boy. Yeah. just split apart because hey, how am I gonna do
Because
Witty
the
banter?
twins are marketable. Ding ding ding.
Yeah. They do slapstick and witty banter.
Lollipop.
One of them's a tsundere and one of them's the quiet. Well, you love the dynamic.
I just want more of Lavenza being a brat. I like it when she acts like a child because it's fun.
Yeah, because she is a child.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Just play the game.
I mean, that's the ultimate way not to spoil yourself is just to fucking play it.
Well, this is definitely the longest quote-unquote Unchatable episode so far.
This was longer than our E3 episode, surprisingly, and we're supposed to wait for Margaret to eventually come on
Well,
for a little bit.
I mean, yeah, we were also just planning on doing a separate recording if you guys had something to do or whatever.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of lore to discuss over here.
That's true.
Jacko's got to hear that lore.
We need
All
to
right.
cure more to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess we just keep it going.
Okay, start over. Go ahead and give me the Cook's Grotto again.
Oh
Gotta
my
kill time
God.
for Mark.
All right, so Jack, you remember how we got information from one boy that Gug's Grotto was a male strip club. That is not the
Yeah.
case, according
Oh.
to Mystic here.
That's just his house, bro.
I find that hard to believe.
Again,
It's the dude's
that
house.
still
It's
doesn't negate anything. He could live in a strip club for all
Well,
we know.
first
Okay, I
off, let me
believe you.
just say yesterday the man had the best Vietnamese food I've ever had. And the man's not even Vietnamese. I don't even know how he did it. But
Okay.
MSG.
but it was great.
You all
It was
Vietnamese
great.
people
It's-
are making Vietnamese food?
Well, I mean, you just don't expect a random dude in Vernon, Connecticut. Yeah, I made some Vietnamese food. It's also some of the best you'll ever eat. You know, you don't walk down the street in Vernon and say, "Oh yeah, that man knows how to make some Vietnamese food." He's just a random white dude in Vernon. That man's making the best in the state. But his place is great. His place is nice. His family's is a little dysfunctional. That's okay.
I mean, who you know,
Yeah, his family's a little insane. That's okay.
it's just how it is.
It's a good place. It's a good place. A lot of ways to kill time for sure. And it's a very chill, very nice sofa I got to sleep on, or whatever they want to call it. Very nice. We spend time we work together. I even go to his campus and pretend to be a student. That's its own story.
Well, we have time, so whatever you. I mean,
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's better to ask what
They're
hasn't
going in
been done.
circles.
what? Yeah, it's not. You don't ask Ryan what he's doing. You ask what he hasn't done.
No, I know, not in like the sense.
Okay,
of,
have you
what have you accomplished?
have you
It's
danced
more,
at
what
a
the
male
fuck you-
strip
what
club
the fuck
before?
Are you doing?
I haven't done that, but I've danced at work.
I mean,
While
close
making
enough,
it
So
right?
wait, but
You
what if
fucking
the male strip
twerking?
club is work?
Well, we work at Starbucks. We chill all the time. We play games every single day. Every that has come out.
I'm
since
sorry,
we put
what?
together.
He's
Ugh.
playing games. He's playing games with his friend. What's wrong with that?
Wait, what?
playing
Like,
games
wait, you
with
playing
his heart,
Smash
really.
Bros under the counter?
We play Smash at work, but we also play Smash at home. I got him into Persona 5. I've gotten him into so many things, and he's gotten me into his own things as well.
Like what?
well, give me some time to talk
He's
about
gotten you
it.
into what? His
Docking?
pants?
Jack, you're like interrogating him. Calm down. You got him under the light. Like, all right, what have you been playing, huh?
Sorry, I'm trying to stretch this out as long as possible, man.
Well, no. Oh, there's a ton to explain.
Just let him do it. That's the thing.
We've done things before, you know. Earlier this year, I just started going to New York randomly, sleeping on benches, just doing whatever.
Oh yeah,
Again,
that was
don't fucking do that again.
Okay,
You don't have
I
any place to go. Fucking come to
They're
my
gonna start
place,
installing
you
those
idiot.
spike benches, even though that was just an art project. But
Well-
they're gonna do it.
we one day it was like a week before my birthday, or it was right after my birthday, and he's like, I'm like, let's go chill at home, let's get some KFC. So I was joking to him, I was like, hey, let's go to New York. Now this didn't happen on Saturday, but this happened earlier this month too.
Get him
I'm
in
like,
bed.
he's like, actually, let's drive 2 hours to New York. So we drive over there. We have some funny stories going. 9:28, we go into a Starbucks that closes at 9:30, and we get a drink or two. And he says the guy looks pissed. 15 people have walked right in, and you know, he says to the guy, my friend, his name's Carl. It's Carl Guggs. He was like, "Have a good night, if possible." He just walks out. He says,
Aw.
Wait. His name's Carl Guggs.
Carl Guggs.
So it's Guggs Grotto.
It is grotto.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you're in
all
his
right.
grotto.
Yeah,
I see.
That's all it is, brother. That's all it
Ah.
is. It's not a science. We're not curing
Yeah.
cancer here, dude.
Yeah, we're not. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So he walked. You know, he says, "Have a good night if you can," and walks
Yeah.
out with his drink.
Yeah, we just have some funny stories. But Saturday was a movie. Now that could fill up a feature-length film. But we have a ton of adventures around the area where I live right now. We always have something to laugh about. Some of the humor is very different because I don't think people who follow me would expect me to, like, I guess, have this type of friendship with someone. Because it's very informal. It's very different than my Twitter account. Like, we both even joke about it. For anybody to have 15K followers, it's this guy right here. And, you know, we joke around a lot. We have a ton of nicknames for each other at this point, and for people, and a lot of running gags. But we went to New York on Saturday. Now, Saturday is where it's like a movie. We drive at 5 a.m. We get there at 7 a.m. and we stay till 12 a.m. the next day. So we're walking for 15 hours, going to random places. From the second we go there to the second we leave, it seemed like something was happening. This man could speak to people in New York better than I think half of the people in New York who were born and raised in New York, have generations of family in New York, could speak to people in New York. This dude didn't care about the tourist shit. He was like, let's just keep walking. He's going out there. He literally said to me, he was like, Ryan, you know, this place, this Starbucks right here, it actually has a bathroom. I'm like, brother, what, do you live here? I'm like, brother, what do you you live here?
Are you asking for a place to sleep?
No, because it was early in the morning. We went to Starbucks. He's like, that one actually has a bathroom. I'm like, bro, you didn't even open up the map app. Come on, man. What, do you live here?
Yeah.
So
yes.
We're just walking. He's asking random folks. Like he gets a joint out. He's smoking in Times Square for a second just to say, look, we did it. And he's like, enough with this. And then we're just like, we're walking. We go around. We meet up with the Twitter follower. Things are going good. But then after that, we just go on our own. We go to Williamsburg. We go to the whatever the hood in Williamsburg is. And we're walking there, and we go up to some people. They're smoking good on a bench, and he's like, "Yo, brother," he's like, "Brother, you smoking today?" And they're like, now I don't really know much, okay, but I know that there's a big thing with vape flavors in New York. They banned that. Governor banned it immediately. Cuomo was like, "Nah, we're banning that without any provocation." And I know there's this whole thing on the news that vape cartridges are killing people. Well, it's hit New York heavy because nobody was wanting a vape. They were like, no, we're not doing this. They were like, fuck that. They were saying that shit's too strong. Like, I'm hearing New Yorkers sounding like they've never walked outside before. They're like, that's too strong. Meanwhile, they're rolling a blunt the size of Texas. Meanwhile, it's like, okay, what are you saying? So, Carl is like, yeah, well, you want some smoke? He's like, they're like, no, that shit's too strong. We're not doing that. He's like, but you got any actual paper? We're like, no, we don't. We left that in the car that's parked in a parking spot. That's not happening today. So
this is a really very open episode from Mystic here.
We're just walking around Williamsburg. At this point, we're seeing the Hasidic community. And Carl was like, wow, what is this? Is this Skyrim? They're loading the same character models.
It's okay. Bethesda's leaked into the real world, I see.
They're loading.
Why does the water look really nice?
Your friend sounds like a swell dude.
It's like they're loading the same models. And I'm like, okay. So, he sees some people photographing things. So he immediately walks up, runs into the photo at the very last second. People look like they want to kill us. It's okay. It's all good. Okay. We go back to Manhattan. He starts looking at people with shirts. He sees a guy with a Godzilla shirt. He says Gojira, and the guy's like, thank you, brother. The guy starts screaming in the middle of the street. Carl starts screaming too. Now here's where it gets crazier. Carl starts screaming too. The guy then comes up to us. He hugs us. He's like, brother, this is the first person that connect with me in the city. Then two blocks down, a praying mantis lands right on the Carl, and everybody's taking a picture. I have a picture of him with the mantis, and they're like, can we take a picture of you with this praying mantis? Do they fly, by the way? And we're like, okay. So we're just chilling at this point. We go into the subway station. It's like anything that could have been out of a video game or movie happened. We've got a group of people. They're counting rats, and immediately Carl was like, yeah, we'll count the rats. So Carl bets a few dollars on the rats.
Count the rats. Count the rats. Count the rats.
Count them rats.
Money's come out of our wallets at this point. We're betting on rats. Okay. We go to Williamsburg again. We go to this lo-fi hip hop beats like faux restaurant. Then we go.
Did you study there?
No, we didn't study there. Then we go to Bushwick. I got it. But we go to Bushwick, and that's where shit just gets movie. So immediately we walk down. All of a sudden, we see this guy just performing on the street. We all start dancing along. Then this other dude comes out of nowhere, starts beating the guy up, takes his sign, then gets beat up by another dude. Another dude appears from what had to have been space or some shit. starts beating the other guy up. We're like, okay, let's walk away from here. This is getting boring. So
Boring. As the guys are getting beat up.
Mystic out here having the freaking social life of freaking Forrest Gump.
10 minutes later, okay, there are some crackheads on the road arguing, and Carl was like, this is actually like a random encounter in JRPG, so we walk right up to them. And Carl was like,
Yakuza font crackheads.
The Dragon Quest theme just opens up.
It's like, he goes up to them, he says, how's your night? I actually have this all recorded, too. On an audio recorder. I can send you guys the link. Actually, sure. I will do so.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
And so we're just having a conversation, and they're just having this argument in their marriage, but it's very dysfunctional for clear reasons. And all of a sudden, like, he's like, okay, bro. He's like, I'm not from here. What are you smoking? And they're like, oh, we're actually smoking crack cocaine, and this is what the argument's about. And all of a sudden, Carl was like, oh, that's okay, but that's not good for you. You guys need to work these things out. And they're coming up to us and they give us a hug. They're like, you guys are like angels. You saved our relationship. I'm like, brother, what the fuck's going on tonight? I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah, your friend is a Yakuza protagonist. I'm just gonna say that right
all
now.
Of a sudden, so we're joking, we've done more to help the homeless here than the city's done in years. So 5 minutes later, another thing passes by. Immediately, he goes up to a guy, stands outside of a store, and he's like, brother, I just bought my first amiibo. And the guy's like, what? He's like, what? He's like, I got a first amiibo. And he goes up to the guy. He says, you've never heard of a Nintendo Switch in your life? He's like, no. He's like, I don't play that shit. So we keep walking. 5 minutes later, yes, this actually happened. There's a family cooking out, right? They're cooking some burgers. And I took a picture with the burgers to just show you that this actually happened. They're like, oh, brothers, let's go smoke some weed together. They got the... I feel like Mike has a better idea of what I'm saying here, but it's basically they live in an apartment complex. There's a fenced off part, but if you go right outside of the gate, there's like the sidewalk and all that. They're cooking on the sidewalk. They're cooking some burgers. They're like, don't leave yet. Get some drinks in you. Get some food. They're like, get that into you. Keep walking down the street. They're like, you need to do that. And he's telling his son, now the father who's sitting on the chair, he's telling his son, come on, guys, they got weed here, smoke some of it. I'm like, what is going on tonight?
What?
They're like, come on.
Turns out the burgers are edibles. Just really fancily made edibles.
If you think this is crazy, I'm actually not even close to the craziest part. But he's like, come here. He's like, come on. He's like, come on, son, smoke. And then we're like, oh, we're actually Puerto Rican too. And they're like, oh, here's the whole family. So immediately the whole family comes out. We've got introduced to the whole family. We get their phone numbers. They're like, oh, you guys are my nephews now. You come to this address anytime. We'll cook. We'll give you a place to sleep at night. I'm like, damn, we just walked up here 5 minutes. Y'all are already on this. We keep walking. All of a sudden, we're seeing these people drinking outside. And what is our first idea? We got to do that too. We got to do that too. So we go over there. A guy from the top floor throws a bottle of vodka at us. He's like, come on, brother, keep drinking. He's like, we're going to start drinking. So we're rolling up blunts at this point. We're just sitting at 11 p.m. at Bushwick, far from home, just doing this. And then we see across the corner on the street, people were singing some music. They got music playing. That dude we saw, all 6 people were outside of their little apartment. And the first dude's fucked up on something. Like, clearly at this point, it was better to know not what he was on. And so, this guy comes out of the apartment. He hands us a drink he made. He said, this is cranberry Tropicana with vodka. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, drink that. He's like, drink that. Trust me, it'll be great. So I'm on the street corner. I'm drinking this. I'm like, okay. And all of a sudden I see his boy come back. He's like, I've got Molly for everyone. I'm like, brother, we're not touching this tonight. Let's not. He's like, I've got Molly for everyone. I'm like, okay. No.
You still gonna drive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like, hold on.
We're not that close yet.
Carl's immediately like, bro. He's like, brother, what if they just put lean in that drink? No. What if they put this week's lean in the
Where's the lean?
And I'm like, well, we don't know that. So we're like, okay, we're going to take the train back to Brooklyn now, 40-minute train ride. Back to Manhattan now, to then get the car from the parking lot. And immediately some guy comes up to us on the train. He's like, let me tell you the story about these Tims. I'm like, are you serious at this point? What is happening today?
Tim's?
He's like, let me tell you the story about these Tims. Man's got size 22 Tims.
That
Oh.
sounds like a story you tell us on this podcast.
He said, let me tell you about these Tims. And immediately Carl was like, brother, you got size 22 Tims on. He's like, I don't even think you can walk in those Tims.
Yeah, so it wasn't fitting for him, right? Like, he doesn't have huge
No,
feet.
No, he was like, well, this is how I prefer my Tims. I'm like, brother. He was like, this is how I prefer my Tims.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That's whatever.
Mhm.
And at this point, we're getting back to the parking lot. We're driving out, so we drive just a little bit faster than normal. Tires swerve a little bit. We hear a New Yorker. He's like, okay, we get it. Shut the fuck up. He's just screaming at us. He's screaming as we're driving off. He's like, okay, we get it already. Fuck you and go back to where you've come from. I'm like, okay, what, chill out, okay. And that ends the night. 15 hours walking. We walked 13 miles.
Mhm. That's a great story, and the whole time I've been thinking that, like, it's you. Fuck, how do I forgot how to even begin to depack this, but the main thing I wanted to say was that, like, I just think it's interesting that all this happened just because you had a friend that was willing to just do whatever and say whatever, just to anyone, and just roll with the punches and, hey, all right, yeah. There's this guy yelling in the street, yell with him. Hey, turns out that guy liked you, like, whatever,
And this is his second time to New York City in his life. Man has never to a man was speaking. People thought we lived there. There was another guy too. So you'd think if you
Definitely not giving off tourist vibes, that's for sure.
So we're in Bushwick late at night. A pit bull comes chasing out. Carl's reaction is, no, don't fear it. Walk up to it. So we run up to the pit bull. At this point, I'm like, I might as well die tonight.
Like, no, don't worry. You just gotta run up to it. And meanwhile, you guys are getting mauled by a pit bull.
So this guy comes out of his apartment. He starts talking to Carl. He's like, oh, brother, thank you so much. He's like, I love it.
Carl from Starbucks. Nice name.
And he's like, I love how kind you are to it. This guy's speaking. I don't even think he's speaking a language on Earth at this point. Whatever he was saying, I didn't understand it. He said, we're from Connecticut. He started speaking a language that nobody on Earth could understand. Believe me, I've heard a few languages. I speak 2 of them. And I've never heard what he was saying. It didn't sound like a human spoke it. I thought I was listening to Area 51. I was like, okay. We were just like, okay.
Oh yeah, that thing failed with like 150 people, but okay.
Nah, it didn't really fail. It just became a major party.
Oh, it's a party, but like the goal to storm Area 51 did not come to fruition.
Yeah, they changed their course like mid-move. I think one dude got arrested.
It was one guy got arrested, one person was shot 3 days before the actual event, and 150 people, only 150 people really showed up to the actual, like, area.
Yeah.
It's kind of a disappointment, but hey, it's still kind of cool.
Cool.
We didn't get to go in and we didn't find Morgana.
So the question to be asked though is, when are you guys coming to New York with me?
I mean, whenever,
Well,
maybe next summer, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it next summer.
Oh yeah, when I'll be free on my own. I want to go to Japan, but my mom is very very much of a stickler on me traveling on my own.
I want to go to Japan. My mom just doesn't care at this point. I don't even live with my family.
Oh, cool.
Come on.
Oh, sweet Morge.
I don't even think people know I have parents.
Yeah. I mean,
You wouldn't have known I had parents.
yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to do next summer. Might as well go to New York.
I mean, I'm looking for something soon because I'm looking for something soon. We'll just say
Something
I'm looking
soon?
for. Yeah, I'm looking for something soon. I got to revisit that. I got to revisit the family I met.
Bring us too.
Yeah. I've got the hood family watching it. We got the hood watching now. We made some confidants. We just made some confidants.
Yeah, well, I gotta look at my account and see if I got some funds for that. That's the main thing it comes down to. Because I live a bit farther away, I fortunately cannot just drive 2 hours to get to know.
Can I afford gas money? Yes or no? That's a no from me.
More like airliner tickets for me.
I live in the expressway between, we call Connecticut New York's expressway or Boston's expressway. That's basically where I live.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But yeah, no, I mean, if I scrounge up anything or if I have any plans, I'll let you know.
All right.
Oh yeah. Like I already talked about, like I should be going back to Connecticut not too long from now, so who knows?
Well, I live here. I live in Connecticut.
I live in hell. Put me out of my misery. Oof.
Okay, Marge.
Sorry, Marge.
I live in
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan? Oh, I feel bad for you. If you live in Michigan, bad for you.
Wait, is that Cosmo or is that Margaret? Hold on. Let's wait.
I think that's is that just like is he just saying Michigan in a reference?
Where do you live though? Where do you two live now?
I mean my mom lives in Atlanta and my dad lives in New Haven.
I'm in a
town.
town called Richmond, about half an hour south from Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, bro. Give some condolences. Write the obituary already, man.
Nick, I keep getting emails about coming to visit LSU. Perhaps I could come visit.
Sure, yeah.
And if you live in Ohio, I mean, Ohio, I don't hate Ohio. It's just, like a plain pizza, a plain pizza that isn't bad, but it isn't like good either. It's just like, okay, this is the best I can buy right now.
Right.
That's Ohio. It's like you go there, you're like, you go to the airport, you're like, it's not a bad airport, but it's not exactly a good airport. I wouldn't want to come back here. Very much what Ohio is basically in the form of a state. It's basically like, this isn't the worst place, but this isn't a good place. I don't really want to be here. It's like when you walk into Walmart, basically. You're like, yeah, if I have to shop here, I will, but if I don't have to shop here, I'm probably not going to. There's Walmart the state.
Walmart the state.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to Ohio. I hated being there on a layover 40 minutes. Smelled like it was never clean before. I don't know why. And it was bad because I'm from New York. I mean, I've smelled bad things before. But it was just bad over there. But San Francisco, now that place is terrible. That place is obnoxious. It's just an obnoxious area.
Marie is typing.
They shit a lot in the ground.
I don't even care about
the
that.
thing with
That's a problem.
they take craps in the streets. That's a thing.
I
forgot.
There's a visibility app about how much shit is on the ground, and if you look at the map, it's pretty much all of San Francisco.
Yeah, but even that aside, just the people's behavior there and just how dystopic it is.
Duty aside.
Like, New York has issues. New York has its issues. New York definitely has rent issues, all that. But there is certainly actual character, actual personality, actual city, and actual area, actual, real places I would consider a suburb if we're considering Brooklyn a suburb in 2019. San Francisco was the most boring, very much the idea of what a hipster, a yuppie, and a guy who's never worked a day in his life but has a trust fund said this is a city. That's San Francisco. Los Angeles is great. Los Angeles is the most chill place. Los Angeles, Sacramento are some of the most chill places I've been to. That's not Los Angeles. That's a chill place. Especially Los Angeles hoods. There are some great hoods over there. I've actually been there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Some really chill people. I mean, when the murders aren't happening, but they're really chill.
Hey, it's all right. As long as the murders, murders, nobody likes murders. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. Like, it's a cool place. But that's dropped down a huge amount. I mean, I would know. I've been exploring the cities. I would definitely be the one to know. I mean, look, I'm just saying, these cities like San Francisco, I don't ever want to go back there. And I was invited to go there for free. I went there for free. I was literally, a plane ticket was bought for me, and I was at GDC. They bought my $3,500 ticket. That was the worst experience I've had. I hated it there. So did the people I was with. Hated it. and they lived in California. I don't want to go back. New York? You want to put me in New York right now? Okay, we're ready to. I'll do some things on the streets. I'll turn $12 into $1,200. But you're talking about San Francisco. Get me away from that place.
Yeah. Hold on. Marie's asking. I mean, yeah, we're not even talking.
Yeah, let's hear, let's hear what IRL Futaba has to say about these things. I want to hear opinions of someone different. I want to hear, well, not there. Everybody here has different opinions, but someone who's an outsider. We gotta get an outsider's opinion. We gotta get a second opinion over here.
I just realized my name was changed. What the fuck?
Fanny.
Call me. Don't even call me Mystic Distance.
I'm just gonna call you Carl from now on.
No, why? I'm not. No.
You see your nickname? You're Carl from Starbucks.
Yeah, but that makes no sense. I didn't do anything he did.
No, he was just he was there for the ride.
You know what?
He was the man behind the show. You should speak to him. You should message him on Twitter.
Okay. You guys want to?
He does.
Hi, Marie.
He doesn't seem like the type of guy to have a Twitter.
He has a Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, do you want to see chaos? If you guys been noticing, slowly while everyone was talking, I've been changing everyone's nicknames in the Discord server.
Screaming crackhead.
No, I did that myself. I did myself.
Hey, Margaret, nice of you to join us. Now,
Hey.
do you guys want to see chaos ensue?
Sure.
Yeah.
What? Yeah?
Chaos is always a little bit fun, you know.
So let's hear about this person that is now on the call.
All right, done.
What? Huh? What? Huh? What? What? What
Chaos.
Let them
Chaos.
What did you do?
What?
What would you do?
What did you do?
Lovenza?
I mean, we gotta ask him a question.
Look at Levenza's name.
What'd you do? Come on.
No screen time, lol.
Oh wow! How dare you?
I'm
Yeah, Marie.
I'm going to be
We were just talking
executed.
about. I guess the conversation just kind of devolved into cities, and Mystic was talking about how New York has, it has problems, but it has character. But San
Why
Francisco
don't we
is
tell
just
her
a
that
poop.
story? Why don't we tell her that story?
Marie, as a
All right, time for
representative of California-
another 40-minute recap of the story.
Okay, Marie. Marie, we want you on here to basically take in the case. You're going to represent your home state of California and tell Mystic why New York's bad and San Francisco is not full of hipsters.
And poop. Don't forget about poop.
I sometimes go to San Francisco and I see a lot of hipsters.
Uh-huh.
How many people own those motorcycles?
I mean, it really depends on what part of San Francisco you're in. And where I was at, it was just the hipsters, the rich people, drones in the sky. You know, that type of thing that I would avoid. Yeah, those types of people I would avoid. The only people I would avoid more so than those people would be people who are actual unironic K-pop stands. I would avoid those people because I'm legitimately scared.
I mean, they are
dangerous.
they are kind of crazy, though.
Hey,
They're
legitimately
wild. We don't know what's
scared.
gonna
I think I've
Legitimately
known-
scared I might not stand. I'm legitimately scared that if I don't stand the right person, I'll die right in the Twitter conversation.
Yeah, like if you stand like, for example, like BTS but not EXO, then you are a danger for
Society must be killed. Cancel on Twitter. That's what they're real.
You're canceled forever. End of story. Goodbye.
Bro, I'm not even afraid they'll cancel me. I'm afraid I'll just die in the Twitter reply. They'll just snap a finger and I'm dead. So
Yeah.
I don't even bother.
Mass reported your account and it's gone now. That's what they do. I mean, they're just like, yeah. I mean, they'll do it.
If a Death Note existed, those folks would be behind it.
The real life Death Note is just K-pop stance.
If the Death Note existed, those folks would have the hookup, and that's what I would say. So like, I don't even get involved with that fandom. Look, I don't even know half of what's going on Persona 5 Royal, and I'm supposed to be translating the info for this. I'm just saying, yeah, I get this. I'm like, yeah, I understand this dream concept thingy. I'm very well versed.
Wow, this is going on for so long. I actually have work to do. I don't know when I should be. But I don't want to like hit the end. You know, I just don't want to be like, oh, it's over now. You know.
Well, just
You
remember.
been recording this whole time?
Yeah, of course.
I've been recording the whole time. Yeah, this wasn't just for fun.
Just remember the whole fact that Saturday night I spent the night negotiating with crackheads, solving
Look,
world
man,
peace.
Cooper doesn't even give Mystic this much free reign.
You either made the best decision for the podcast, or you made.
Maybe we need to make Mystic
Wait, hold on.
like
Okay,
a member more often.
how about we end this off? We need to, Margaret. We'll figure out a thing with you later, but we need to come up with a name for the podcast title. Phan-Site, you were suggesting stuff earlier.
Is there even a title at this point?
Chicken cones.
Initially, it was mindless speculation. but
Mindless
I think
speculation.
Mysticisms might be the best one.
Mysticisms.
Mysticisms.
But I mean,
Mysticism.
we can usually
That's the joke,
usually expand that into a little bit more. I usually go with sentences, but I never really done like a one word like something about being. Fuck, hold on. So like mysticisms.
Or how about crackheads in the Bronx getting chicken cones?
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll write that down. We got a list here. So we got something about blah blah blah. It's like you know that it's always sunny in Philadelphia thing, or like just like that general like here's like all the connection and the dots things. That's what I got to do right now. I got to be like right. So one thing's mysticisms
on the Phan-Site.
with like a rope to
You got a bit of that mystic distance.
Oh my god.
You said like
Man.
a goddamn catchphrase.
Got a bit of that mystic.
Five crackheads, one podcast.
Today,
I kind of like that one.
Carl and I asked the customer. We asked the police officer who was a customer. We said, "Yo, when was the first time you caught a body?" Would you know what that means?
What? Why?
Do you know what that means?
Of course you would ask that. What are you fucking surprised?
Do you know what that means?
I mean, a
though?
little bit.
No, I don't know what it
Okay.
means. I don't know what it means.
It means someone who shot someone.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
He looked at me. He said, "Don't you ever ask me that again."
Oh my shit.
All
right.
I said, brother, I'm just trying to make sure I'm serving customers here.
Oh my god. All right, and on that note, I think I'll start finally end the recording. Oh shit. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
All right, so we're back. This is probably going to be added to the end of the last thing, or whatever. What you've been hearing for the past, like 45 minutes of Mystic droning on about his life, and we're all just sort of like stunned silence, just like, oh.
He has more of a social life than I do.
Well, his friend was just sort of dragging him along, so it wasn't really his fault. I mean, it was a very interesting story. I enjoyed it, but fuck all that. We're here. We gotta. Well, don't fuck. You know what I mean. We have.
Yeah.
He was okay.
I'm
Margie,
right
you want to come on because you want to talk about Persona 5R, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. All right. Well, just get down to it. We got about like 30 minutes before Jack
So
dies.
basically, like,
Yeah,
one thing
before
in the trailers that keep, pumping out a lot of new information. Sometimes I feel like it's unnecessary because they basically showed the ending of the game.
And how do you mean?
Like the final dungeon, right? Like they show you like the whole sequence to that.
Oh, like the one with the Holy Grail? Yeah.
No. They
Oh.
show you that, and they also show you the bonus dungeon as well.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like kind of. Well, actually, no. I don't actually know because I haven't seen
you
all
haven't
the
seen the
trailers.
trailers?
Not all of them. No.
I mean, in
So,
a way,
from-
it does. It does.
From looking at it. Well, I was gonna talk, but
No, good talk. You talk.
It's cool. But go on.
It's fine. We're good. Just go,
Okay.
Margie. Go.
well, basically, like, looking at the trailers, there's a lot of new information about, like, the bonus dungeon. You get to see, like, Goro Kechi being a party member. You get to see Kasumi be there. So, that kind of rules out my theory of her being just, like, a temporary party member for, like, up to a certain extent of the game.
Yeah.
But, seeing that, I'm like, wow. A lot of things have been clarified for me because I usually thought that Kasumi was going to be like an antagonist by the end,
Right.
but apparently not because, like, she's in that final sequence.
I mean, it's still
With
always a
party.
possibility, but it's less of a possibility now, I would say.
Like, that's what I want to get into, is that, like, I still think that she's like some sort of unwitting pawn to someone or something, and that something is like the palace in the bonus palace.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I remember, like, in the trailer, like in the beginning of I believe the first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she says something along the lines of, "I'm responsible" or something
For
like
crushing
when
that dream, yeah.
that dream.
Yeah. See, that's still what keeps me pinned on the whole semi-antagonist, but also an ally kind of thing.
Hey Marie, look at my profile picture
Right.
and name.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was I think what was his name? Oh yeah, Takado.
Takudo.
So I still think he's
Maruki?
gonna have some hand
Sorry.
in the plot, but I was speculating what that would be. I still want to think that he's a positive adult in teenagers' lives. But sometimes what Persona has taught me, the nicest person is always the most evil.
Sounds about right.
Mm,
Like with
right.
Ikutsuki and Adachi, Adachi was a silly goofball. Ikutsuki was in the same kind of thought where he was just making puns and lame shit. But I still think Counselor Man is gonna give, I don't know, the protagonist of life lesson in something, and then but still be an antagonist of sorts.
Mm.
That's because I look at him and I don't feel positive about him. He looks like a nice guy, but there's just something off. And his tarot card is completely different from everyone else. So that
Right.
that
Yeah.
just adds to the theory speculation.
Yeah, I don't think the Jester card or the from Persona 4 Golden or whatever it's called existed in the original Arcanas. So and it's the same with Maruki in the consultant confidant. It doesn't exist, and I think it's the same with
It does
Marie.
actually exist. It exists in a Spanish deck of tarot cards.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it does replace, I believe, the magician in that tarot deck.
Yeah.
I am looking it up right
what's
now,
the,
and it.
the
I
main
remember
thing?
I told this. I remember I said this a while back, but yeah, it does.
And
That's kind of interesting.
these new characters,
Yeah, you can,
these are the most interesting things about me. Sorry to interrupt or anything, but
No problem.
I just really want to know what's the deal? What's the deal going to be with Jose, the weird egg child, and how's he fit into the
basically,
story?
I watched a video about him.
Okay.
It was from Fither,
Uh-huh.
and basically, he trots down how this character is a reference to Pinocchio, and how basically Kasumi
Uh-huh.
is has kind of this storybook feel like Cinderella,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fairy tales going on with this one,
Okay.
and it kind of plays into the dream aspect of wishing, dreaming about things that can't happen in reality.
I see.
Ooh.
And I think that falls with Kasumi's line of crushing that dream or whatever. Probably a stealer of dreams. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah. I hope there's also some characters they haven't shown yet. Well, not going to show.
I'm pretty sure they've shown everything.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
I don't believe there's other confidant character because.
Well, maybe not a confidant, but just an important story character.
I know Jose. Is Jose a confidant? I'm not sure about
No,
that.
I think he's
No,
just
he
a thing. He's like a...
Existed. He doesn't have a confidant, at least not yet. But
I guess he's just a shopkeeper in Mementos, but that's
I guess.
the extent of it. Also,
does look
theories
like
about him. Basically, he's a doll, kind of well, people say
Just
he's
like-
a doll.
just like Pinocchio or something.
Yeah, just like Pinocchio and Igor, who's also a doll.
What is he, like a walking Kinder Egg?
Kind of. He's kind of.
It does look like it. But
Guys, we're gonna be opening up this ginormous Kinder Barbie egg.
Oh god.
What really interests about me with him is his look. It looks very jarring to me, but it also can fit with the supernatural beings that are the Velvet Room attendants and all that.
well, I was about to mention that, but well, minus the blue.
Yeah, mine is the blue. I feel like there's a reason for that as well, but
Yeah.
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 I think he was like a hastily made
Character
Bubble.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
It's-
Morgana, just hastily made.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they're gonna have similar storylines anyway, so, you know.
The yikes
Yeah.
from me, Chief.
Hmm.
It's all up to speculation until we get to play that game in like 2020. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to avoid Twitter for
Yeah.
like most of October.
We know that.
Honestly,
December.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
Phan-Site and
Basically
Mystic
every
said that
month
they're
after.
not going to do anything spoiler related, so you don't have to worry about following or seeing stuff from them. Now, I'm just worried about that random mutual that just retweets something, they don't care, and it's just like, oh, and it's just some random, like, anime profile pic that's like, oh, man, I loved it, this part when this
Like,
happened.
I mean, I got spoiled.
I love the
for a couple
part
things
where
in the
Akechi
original
revealed that he
Persona
was working for the Organization 13.
oh, God. Now I'm just getting flashbacks of when Persona 5 was released in Japan and people were just
Akechi is the
spoiling,
traitor? Bullshit.
singling left and right, and I was just getting into the serious, and it kind of ruined it for.
Like,
Or
also,
the
I want to
reveal
talk
for me
about
when-
one last thing, and that's the
Ah.
bonus dungeon itself. It's kind of it's like based in reality, or something similar to that.
right.
It's covered in these kind of weird tentacle like things, or
Let me
whatever.
see.
It's all the shadows are unique in their shape, where they're all kind of like gooey slime tentacle monsters or whatever. And I'm starting to think, man, is Naruto is like coming back or something?
Sorry, I'm just really tired from that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's
That's
like,
disrespectful, man.
I'm sorry.
You know, Marie, if you want, if I can scavenge enough money after my Dragon Quest 11, I could get you an Eric profile picture. Then we both leap off a cliff into a waterfall.
I'll be the bro of the team now,
Yeet.
and I'm gonna do like whatever accent he did, like
I hope I
another
didn't
one
say
bites the dust.
anything, like that was repeated by
I actually think your overall view is a bit different than the others, which is great because it provides contrast and
That's why I
it's more
wanted her
discussion.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's great actually. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing. I said this before, but we've seen what the dream versions of what Futaba gets when she in the dream world, which is her mother back. I want to see what the other Phantom Thieves get or what kind of stuff can come from that, because that would give
from
great.
what I've seen from like Ryuji's trailer, he's on the track team or something.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah,
And,
also,
I think that it'll be a good sort of vessel to get more
you
character
get to
growth.
see Haru's dad again.
Yeah,
live.
I remember
But here's
that. I
the
remember
thing,
that.
though. Okay, but here's the
He
thing,
seems
though. Apparently,
pretty normal now.
I
Huh?
guess apparently to Phan-Site and Mystic is that in this dream, Haru wants to date Ren, and her dad thinks it's okay. So is this the canon ship-fu, or what are we looking?
Well,
I
it's
would say it would be between like Kasumi and Ren, because
At this point, yeah, because of
it
just.
feels like Kasumi's like design and look is just like this.
God, we never even talked about
Kasumi's.
Kasumi's code name is going to be.
Oh.
That's actually a good.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I think it's going to be like I'm more gunning for Royal being her code name, but I may be wrong.
I want like Ace or
And-
something.
Ace?
It'd be just the tie in with the card thing with Joker. I think that'd be fun.
You mean like with the Green gang? Like
Yeah, sure.
Gugs Grotto gang. But I'm just thinking maybe something like Bishop or.
Bishop. It's more. That's usually.
Bishop is like
It's
like
a-
calling Futaba the internet.
I mean, if you think about it, that's
It's-
what the character's supposed to represent, anyways.
Internet.
Okay.
I do subscribe to the idea of her being called Royal.
Yeah.
But then, if they're gonna keep that a secret, then might as well not guess.
Okay. But something that I brought up in the recording session earlier is that it's kind of funny, but Do you think that it would be cool if Mishima ran a Phantom Thieves Discord server?
Oh, I
Yeah,
can see him
can
do
see
that.
happening. I can see that happening.
He's like, nope, you're getting banned for slander. No bullying in my Minecraft server. Get out.
No bullying Mishima or the Phantom Thieves in my Minecraft server.
I will like if you want the request role, you're gonna have to type it up here and then type the request you want in anonymous, and then then you'll get it.
Yeah.
And then we'll be ban Akechi. He talks back about the Phantom Thieves.
Also, another thing about Akechi, I don't think he's gonna get a 3rd tier at all. Like,
Server war with Shido. Let's go.
Yeah, 3rd
he's
tier.
not gonna get a 3rd persona. No. I don't
Oh
think so.
no.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I don't even-
Loki. I like Loki too much. Loki.
What do you think Loki's gonna get an evolved form with the Max Confidant? Because we never got to see something like that.
Bro, that's why I actually speculated right after like I finished Persona 5. Like they're gonna redo this, but they're gonna have like Goro Akechi have either like another form of Robin Hood or Hillel.
Yeah.
I don't think they included Hillel in the lineup of personas being introduced in 5. Did they? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, I'm just guessing at this point. But...
I mean, that's all we can do, right?
That's the point of
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this episode. It was just like, whatever you want's gonna happen, man.
Guys, for like letting me get on here, despite the fact that I had college classes.
It's all right. No, I get it. I'm in college too. You know what's up? You just can't help
It's
these
your
things.
beginning year, like, bro. It's gonna get more stressful. Hopefully not for you, but you know.
Well, yeah, I am at the beginning, so but no. I mean, if you wanted to do it, we're like, yeah, man, we'll make it work. We like having people on. It's fun. More people on, the greater.
Great.
You know, if people have something they want to say, we want it to be like, yeah, you can come on and say it, as long as it's not like, like horribly racist or anything.
Wow.
Like, oh, duh.
Yeah, I get you.
But like, yeah, I have these thoughts about this game that other people might not have, and I don't really have a place to talk about it. Well, here you go.
Well, I usually, talk about this stuff with Lavenza from Twitter.
We used to have Jan for that, where he would sort of, he had opinions that me and Jack usually
we
didn't
should have brought him on for this.
I don't know if he wanted to, but
fine. But like, I wanted to do a
with
real-time
family.
fandom of Kingdom Hearts, but sadly they don't do that without subtitles. So,
that was the whole point of like there's like a dynamic there,
Yeah.
he had an opinion besides the fact that we used him for screaming into the microphone as Sora.
He did that himself. But I think it
Except-
became a
except
meme, and he
for-
sort of had to make it happen. Yeah.
Except for when
Hopefully,
we had to trigger him,
I'm
like,
on
like-
the podcast for the afterthoughts of playing P5 Royal.
If you have the time, and we'll do it.
ask us that in half a year and maybe.
Bro, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be done. But
Don't worry, you will definitely be here for the afterthoughts unless for some reason you go missing. But hey, this isn't Persona 4. Or is it?
Real-
it probably is.
Real life is Persona 4, don't you know?
Persona 4 is life. Oh, okay.
I mean, I could
not
believe in
gonna.
the idea of Persona 4 likely to happen more than 3 or 5.
Okay, here's something weird that
Just
happened to
in
me
a small
IRL.
town.
It's
Stranger
that.
Things.
Oh god. But in general, something that happened to me IRL was maybe people said I moved to Connecticut, but it's kind of like a Persona 4 situation. I go from the big bumbling city to a small town, but it's not like New Haven. It's like Wallingford, which is pretty small. So I think it's kind of cool. Like I'm Yuna Akami on Twitter, and technically in real life.
Well, too bad I can't fuse personas for you.
Too bad I can't go to sleep and dream about you. Or can I?
Oh.
I mean, you're allowed to do what you want.
I mean, are you a Chad in real life though, Jack? That's the
Sadly
question.
not.
That's one check off the list. Next.
Totally clueless half the time. Yeah, I can confirm that. Next.
I eat a lot of candy. Can I be one?
All right.
I'll sell you guys Nerf guns.
I wanna thank you guys again for letting me get on here.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I really enjoy being on the podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice that you guys do this like every week. I get to listen.
Well,
to it
we try every week, but yeah, yeah, I get your point.
Except when our schedules are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate the sentiment. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you listen. It's great.
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Margaret on Twitter.
Yeah, Marge. Or wait,
Usually, like I try to post something or like repost something. That's
is it Marge?
posted
Margie
it.
JoJo fan, right? Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and this will all be in the description too, along with you, Marie's and Phan-Site and Mystics too. It'll all be in the description, so make sure you peep that description, please.